And gone, oh my God, what a dumb bitch. But I can't lean over the table and go and say, bitch, shut the fuck up. I can't do that. But she's that dumb. I think Sean's locked into his little fan club, but as far as what happens in the greater world, I don't think that he's tuned in. You know better. You know better, you do better. My brothers just don't feel that way. Sean sticks with his tried and true. He doesn't like the change of stuff, and that's how she's worse. She says some of the dumbest shit that I've ever heard an adult say. So as you're aware, there's a war in the Middle East in which, you know what's going on here, even is.
Right.
Well, apparently they have a friend, and by friend, when they say friend, that immediately equates to someone they speak to on the internet, because they don't have friends around here, they don't, at least. And they said, and she was telling us, yeah, those Israelis, they don't take in shit. They're just gonna fight, and they're gonna do their part and kill. And I was like, she was getting really obnoxious. And I just stopped and I looked at my other sister-in-law and said, yeah, they're really good at killing brown people. But I said it also only where she could hear me, not Mandi. But here we are at this really classy joint, enjoying a combo birthday of my other brother and my father. Wonderful time, having a good time. And here we are, and there's this woman all jacked up on who knows what, sitting over there talking about the war in Israel like it's a fucking Chuck Norris movie. And I'm just like, oh my God. My brother doesn't like the fact that when his wife talks, I get this look on my face like, what the fuck am I about to hear next? You never know. You never know. You never know. Now, let me tell you, Sam, I believe one of the things I stand by is if you're going to say bad things about someone, you're going to say good things about somebody. So let me just say, she does have a cool dog. She's crafty, too, you know. You want to know what she did? And I can't blame her for this, but she's the type of person that would think of this, not me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She drove all the way to the airport. She went to Austin, I guess, some months ago to visit family, but Sean didn't go. So she drove to the airport. And have you ever been to the Atlanta airport? It sucks. It's the busiest in the world. It's just fucked up. And she didn't take public transportation because, heaven forbid, she take public transportation. There's too many. I mean, I'm speaking from her perspective. There's too many black people on there for her to ride it. She's racist. So here's the thing. When she's at the dinner table, she's so dumb, she doesn't realize that the thing she's saying is racist. Those people. She's also extremely xenophobic. She fucking hates immigrants. Hates them. She and I got into it about Texas one time. I was like, I told her, the star on the Texas flag is just a Google review. Love the Lone Star. And she's like, no, it's the best. I'm like, well, then why are you not there? Yeah, she's a closet. So she's a closet about it. She's certainly a homophobe. Except for the music and the sports that I mentioned earlier and the things I know about my brother, I don't really have anything in common with him, okay? I'm not like a bleeding heart liberal. Like, I'm not going to go Antifa up your meeting. I don't believe in killing Israelis because I'm not a Palestinian pro like that. I'm a progressive, and I believe that this is like normal shit. Like, people don't immigrate to this country just to come blow it up. They come here because their fucking life sucks, and they have the same universal right that anyone does to live the best life they want to. And if that means coming to this country, they're not an illegal alien, they're a refugee. But when I call them refugees, fucking blows our mind.
Really?
That's a woke word. So she tries to stay busy. I think that's the whole, like, she's geeked up all the time. But I know that after we got back from our family reunion, she quit her job and hasn't worked since. And that's 2 years now. In fact, that's 2 years this week that we were at family reunion. And she quit her job. So what I understand was a good gig, but I believe her services were no longer needed, and I don't know why she quit the job. So Sean was working a lot of hours up until about a month, 2 months ago, maybe. And I have a good beat on Sean's work because the mail lady that comes to my work with Sean, obviously. It's a small town. There's one post office. And so and I was like, yeah. So she never said anything to me about any other reason than Sean's just leaving because he wants to. So he left. And that's 2 months ago. So now I would imagine they spend all day together. I see them in person every day, man, and they look like people who use stimulants. I eat a little kratom every now and then. So Mandi probably hangs out with Sean. I don't know. I really feel it's a good question. I know they visit my folks a lot, but so it's kind of a double-edged sword. Even though I know that, like, she might have this agenda, I just know that my mom and dad like having Sean around. She's getting scripts filled. So whatever she's taking, Sean told me that the amount that they take. So they are so dependent on that chemical. So I guess what I'll say is this. It is, in my opinion, that while she may not be addicted to quite all the same pills that she was addicted to before, she's still hooked on something pharmaceutical and a lot of kratom. There's no way that's just kratom. She's grinding her fucking teeth. Grinding her. Like, we do this, like, but we do the silly prayer circle where before we have family things, we gather around, we grab hands, and we pray and blah, 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 and I ignore it. And I look around the room, and she'll have this look on her face like Cheshire cat grinding her teeth. Cannot fucking help it. It's so funny. Okay, do you believe by now that I am Ryan David Kirley's second brother, Sean Kirley? Well, you know what? You had to have seen me messaging you at the same time. I double got you on purpose. I almost let it slip one time. So I know he watches your shit, and I know that. So yes, this is how that played out. The response was, oh, that's just how it works in that scene. Like, they tried to normalize the fact.
Yep, I knew it.
That a stranger, and I'm just describing you this because this is what it is, that a stranger was reaching out to my mom and dad. And I said to my mom and dad, I asked her, because she came to me about it, okay? Mm-hmm. You want to know if I knew anything about it. And I'm like, look, I don't, but who is it? And I was going to reach out to you and be like, hey, I dig what you're into, just like leave my folks out of it, Mm-hmm. And then I realized I don't want to involve myself in this at all. Mm-hmm. I don't know. One of the reasons I call, I guess you probably might have overheard, I'm not defending my brother, of course, but Mandi, I don't agree with him right now, but Mandi literally makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up and my shit shrivel up. Look, you dumb bitch. I love my brothers. You're the one I stay away from. Mm-hmm. So if I'm not around, it's because of you. But I don't say that because as much as I dislike her, I have a great deal of respect for my mother and my father. She is a bully. In order to achieve point A from point B, she will manipulate or force her way. Yeah, but from what I understand, her daughter doesn't speak to her. You're back on your child support, and you're not even with the woman anymore that you were with after. I mean, he's on to 2 other women. That's like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but owing child support that deep after Oh my God. That's the second time that bullshit's come up, and every time it doesn't get very far because everyone in the house says the same thing. Like, I think my dad might have spit his wine out one time.
When it comes to Sam, I have absolutely no boundaries that I won't say with her.
Now, let me tell you, Sam, I believe one of the things I stand by is if you're going to say bad things about someone, you're going to say good things about somebody. So let me just say, she does have a cool dog.
Sorry, Ryan. All right. Hey, guys. Happy Hump Day, Wednesday, July 10th, 2024. So nice to see you all. Glad you could be here. We do have some membership milestone messages. Comfort 1970, thank you so much for being a member for 21 months. Hey, Sham, happy memberversary to you as well. Bradley D, thank you for joining memberships. I appreciate you supporting my channel. And of course, then we have Wicked Crafter, member for 8 months. Wicked Crafter says, I believe Ryan. Yes, question for the chat. In fact, I'm going to poll it. All right. There's only 269 of us in here so far, but I'm sure more people will join. And I'll leave the poll up. Don't let me forget it before we end the stream. We're going to poll it. Does Ryan David Kirley in that phone call, does he sound like a sane man to you? Does he sound? Well, poll, there it is. Couldn't find it. Does Ryan sound sane in that phone call? Yes or no? Start poll. Christy, thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. You Shamrock Glitter Bomb. You 12 short months. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the super chat. Boo, Mandi, you're a twisted trouble maker. Goes on the board. Thank you, Wicked Crafter. I appreciate you supporting my channel. It's me. Tiffany says, sounded fine to me. Sounds fine. Yes, for sure. Sounds fine. Well, pull it. Hit it, guys. Oh, my goodness. I know it's been a while since we last spoke. I don't remember if I went live on Saturday or not, but anyway, about it. I've been out of town for a couple of days. Had a new grandbaby born, another little girl. Her name is Violet Madison Rain. Isn't that the cutest name ever? Violet Madison Rain. She was born Monday at 11:29 a.m. She weighed in at 6 pounds, 1 ounces. She looks just like her big sister, Celeste Tookie Jean. That's where the Jean comes from, you know. My oldest granddaughter's middle name is Jean. They did not, despite, and I fought to the bitter end. I fought to the very last minute. I said, you know, Celeste Jean and Violet June would be so cute. But Madison and Rain are actually my 2 youngest daughters' middle names. So their brother wanted to honor his 2 little sisters. So that's why Violet's middle names are Madison and Rain. How cute. Anyway, it was a good time. It was a great trip. Yesterday was also my granddaughter Lonnie's 4th birthday. So I was up there for that as well. So I saw the whole clan. It was a whirlwind. It was great. So much fun. Catacorn, thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Forever Basic Betty, congrats on the new baby. Thank you. Blue Shoe Moose says, is her name Purple Rain on purpose? Because that's super fun. I love me some Prince. Actually, Blue Shoe Moose, yes. My son and his wife also like Prince, and that was not lost on them. So actually, yeah, no, now that you pointed out, it's not Madison Rain. I don't know why I keep switching it. It's the wrong way. It's actually Rain Madison. Therefore, it's Violet Rain. Get it? Violet Rain. Yeah. And it's spelled Rayne, but still. Anyhow, super exciting. I spent almost the whole day at the hospital Monday. We did not get back there and actually see them till later in the afternoon. So it was a day at the hospital for sure, but it's fine. It was a good visit. And the drive up and back was not bad. So can't complain, but we're back. We're here now. It's too bad that old Sean and Mandi, when was it they did this live stream? Was this on Saturday that they did their we told our mom on baby brother. We went crying to mom and dad. Was that Saturday or Sunday? The 7th, 8th, 9th. So it was Sunday. Okay, well, I was out of town, so sorry I missed it. Bad timing for you. Now everybody had to wait till Wednesday to hear my reaction to your ridiculous stream that you did on Sunday. You knew I was going out of town. That's why you waited till Sunday. I'm not dumb. I know it. It's okay. We're here now. We're going to watch Sean and Mandy's what news conference? Like, what even was this? Put a 1 in the chat if you have watched. Here, I'll put it up on the board. Put a 1 on the chat if you've watched Sean and Mandy's stream on Sunday, where Mandy made a point of saying that, well, whatever happened within the family is nobody's business. And Sean's like, yeah, it's nobody's business. And then they proceed to do a 1 hour, 11-minute live stream telling, as per usual, all of the family business. Lace with Lacey, you have a rain too? Sweet. My Rain is actually my daughter Taryn, and she was born in April, and I really wanted to name her Taryn April Rain because April showers bring May flowers, and I thought it was so clever. I was not permitted to do that. Maybe I'll go back and change her name. Can you change your adult child's name? Why would we watch a Sean and Mandy on their channel? Right, Ben? Right. Oh, there are ones in the chat. Who do we have? Glamma Mayhem. P-Day says 2. I wait for you. Lisa Simpson watched. All right. Sky Fairy. Oh, no, that's not a one. That's an I. So 2? 2 people watched. That's so funny. She looks rough. She thinks she looks like hot shit here. I find it interesting, and I have not watched it, but I did bop through looking for stills to use for the thumbnail, which, by the way, I think I nailed the thumbnail. Don't tell me I didn't. Here, sit back down for a minute. Wicked Craft, I'm going to take your super chat off the board. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I think I nailed the thumbnail. This is an actual still shot from their live stream. And this is from their live stream on Sunday, which, by the way, the little bit that I did peek in on and see on Sunday of their live stream, it wasn't much. They were like literally giddy, just damn near could not contain themselves. So to have found a still shot where they're looking like this, Mandy's looking off in one direction, Sean's looking off. I just feel like this is a peek into Ma and Pa Kirley's house last Thursday morning, July the 4th, when Sean and Mandy jumped in Sean's dad's old Nissan Altima and raced over to Ma and Pa's house to cry about their baby brother, about Sean's baby brother. By the way, let's just get right into it. So I'm going to go back to screen sharing, but the first thing I want to share is actually this screenshot. Oh, you know what? I don't think that's okay. Oh, I can find it pretty easily. Yeah, this one. Let's just jump right into it. This part was not, so the video we just watched, the video we put out, of the first part of the phone call, that's only like a quarter of it. So there's more of that conversation that we're going to be getting into. But one of the things that Sean's baby brother, Ryan, told me about was the fact that Sean and Mandy, who are in their 40s and 50s, no minor children at home. It's just them and their animals and their chickens. Sean's child support to his 3 kids is long paid off. Mandy paid that with her ex-husband's money as soon as the divorce was final. These 2 jabronis over here, though, have been gifted not 1, but 2 vehicles by their parents. So when Sean's Ford Ranger, his little girly baby truck that Mandy had him buy when they were living in Texas, when he blew the rod in that, which, by the way, Sean's brother tells me the reason why that truck blew a rod is because Sean, in his 50-something years of age, does not do regular maintenance on his vehicles, never has. He said that that Mustang that he was driving all over the country after Trisha kicked him out the last time and he was driving all over the USA in that Mustang, it was on bald tires and that thing had a rod knock in. Anyway, Sean don't do maintenance on his vehicles. He can't even be bothered to get the oil change. So that's why the rod blew in the Ford. Anyway, so when they blew the rod in the truck, Mandi did what Mandi always does, and she Karened her ass up there to the Ford dealership and basically got them to switch the car out with a new one. So that's how she got that Ford Edge. So of course, Mandi takes the brand new Ford Edge. Well, what was Mandi driving prior to this? Mandi was driving this Kia that Sean's parents gave them. So let's walk it back a little further. When they first started living together, they were living in Texas in an apartment that Mandi's parents had to rent in their names, and then they were let to live there because they couldn't even rent an apartment in Austin in their names. Then this another thing his brother told me. These two sat there on their couch and told this cockamamie ass story about Sean's dad getting sick with COVID, and that's why they packed up their apartment in Texas and hightailed it to Georgia and started living in the parents' basement. No. Sean's brother says dad didn't have COVID. Dad wasn't sick. These two assholes literally rolled into town and announced they were going to be shacked up in their parents' basement for a while. And they ended up in the parents' basement for like a year. And it was during that time that Sean's mom and Mandi made him go get that job at the post office. Mandi was working caregiving for some elderly lady. But it was during that time that Sean's parents gave them this Kia, right? So Mandi was driving the hand-me-down Kia from the parents. Sean was driving the Ford Ranger. He blows the rod in the Ford Ranger. Mandi Karens them into a Ford Edge. So, of course, Mandi takes the Ford Edge and Sean's driving the Kia, right? Well, here you go. All of a sudden, 5 months ago, Mrs. ATX posts this community tab post says, new car for my hardworking postal worker, heart emoji, and retired Army officer. #blessed. Guess where this car came from? This is a Nissan Altima, golden color, tan interior. You guessed it. His parents gave Shawnee their dad's car.
When you call Vaping customer service.
Hello, why does my stomach hurt a lot now? Well, that's one of the many features of vapes. I'm sorry, what? I know, vaping doesn't care about your stomach. It causes gut inflammation. Gut inflammation? Yes, it leads to inflammatory bowel disease. Pretty exciting, am I right? What? Okay, bye-bye now.
Austinville in that hand-me-down Kia, not getting the oil change, not putting new tires on it, probably not even getting new brake pads on it. Anyway, so yeah. Notice though, when old Mandi here posts this picture of her old ass husband driving this Nissan Altima, she most certainly made no mention of the fact that this was Sean's dad's car, the second car his parents have handed them down in 2 years. Yeah, that's his dad's car. His brother told me that. Let's see. There was also this one. I think it was the second picture that she put in that same community tab post. New car for my hardworking postal worker and retired Army officer, #blast. I'm pretty sure this is them turning onto their street. But yeah, she just wanted to show the interior too. This is his dad's car. 50-something years old, you and your super successful husband that everybody should be so jealous of. Y'all are just taking from his parents, just taking hand-me-down car after hand-me-down car, trying to flex. while still living in the basement. No, the first car they got, the Kia, while they were still living in the parents' basement. This one they just got like 5-6 months ago. They've been out of the parents' house for a couple of years now in that rental. Ben says if I got a Nissan anything, I'd keep it private, but that's just me. I had a Nissan Altima. I had a 2015 Nissan Altima. I mean, it was okay. I will say this, the seats were not very comfortable. That was like my biggest gripe. All right. So anyway, here, don't believe me. Don't believe me that's Sean's parents' Nissan Altima. Well, this just so happens to be the Google Earth image of his parents' house. It's totally fine. I don't want to hear any crying about, oh, Sam doxed Sean's parents. No, I didn't. You know who did dox Sean's parents on the internet on their community tab post? Name and home address. Do you know who doxed Sean's parents? I'll tell you who doxed Sean's parents. And Ryan asked me on the phone, well, okay, this is how it came up. He was going to give me Sean and Mandy's address. I didn't even ask for it. He's like, do you know where they live? I was like, yeah, I do, dude. I already know where they live. He's like, no way, really? I was like, yeah, I know where your parents live too. He's like, how do you know that? I was like, because Mandy doxed them on her community tab post on her Mrs. ATX channel. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, dude. Posted Sean's DD214 or whatever as trying to give me and Trisha the finger. And it had your dad's full name and his home address on it. And she didn't block it out. He's like, bullshit. I was like, swear. He's like, show me. I was like, can do. Now the address is blocked out and what I'm about to show you, but I blocked that out. Not Mandy. She did not block that out. It was right there. Look. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't her community tab. It was her Twitter. Whatever. Look, it's date and time stamped and everything. May 3rd, 2023, 2:22 p.m. It had been retweeted 1 time, liked 4 times. It had been viewed 154 times right there on Mandy's Twitter. Sean's service is solid. Little orphan Sammy. Nothing to see there. You seriously need some help and a mood stabilizer. This is where she literally printed out tweets. Printed tweets. She was getting ready to do a live stream about me. Anyway, next to it, she posts this. Look at this. It says right here, nearest relative. This is Sean's military paperwork that for whatever reason, she keeps plastering all over the internet. Nearest relative, Jim Kirley, blah, blah, blah Lane, Dawsonville, Georgia. Mandith Geneth, why are you doxing Sean's dad, his name and his home address on your Twitter? And do Sean's parents know that you did this? I don't know about Sean's parents knowing, but his brother sure knows. I'm going to close that. I'm going to go back to this one. So anyway, also, if you weren't sure that this was Sean's parents' house, that's his mother. That's Mother Kirley in the yard as the Google Earth view drove by. Mama Kirley just so happened to be in the yard, and that's definitely Mama Kirley. There's another, you can get several views. If you click down the street a little bit, just a little ways further and turn, you can definitely see that's Mama Kirley. So there's Sean's car that he got hand-me-down from his parents. What a successful soldier man you are. Okay, anyway, there's that. We'll come back to that. All right, let's go ahead. And again, I literally just saw a couple tiny little clips of this. I don't know if they talked about it the whole time. I don't know how much they BS before they started. So we'll just have to start at the beginning and click through if we have to, because there's going to be a whole bunch of I'm not on the right screen. Hold on. Here we go. Share this tab instead. Anyway, Mandy would love to get you and Trisha committed like Ryan. Oh, trust and believe. I guarantee you, old Mandy and Sean and Mom, Pa Kirley have been on the phone with their attorneys this week to see what they can do. And here's what I have to say to that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Send me a cease and desist, Mandy. File an EPO on me. Don't care. File a police report on me. Extra don't care. File some sort of civil lawsuit against me. Quadruple don't care. Whatever it is, I won't care, because at the end of the day, no matter what it will have been worth it. Abso-fucking-lutely. You bet your fucking ass. Like I said, Brian David Kirley did not tell us anything about Sean and Mandi that we did not already know. Okay? Nothing. Nothing. All he did was confirm everything we already knew about Sean and Mandi. Everything. And it was glorious. Absolutely glorious the way it happened. They can't even cry about, oh, Sam goes real life. I didn't go real life, honey. Real life came to me. Okay? He came to me. I didn't reach out to him. I didn't send him a message on the Facebook Messenger. And he made that decision well informed and knowing exactly what I was going to do. And I know he knew what I was going to do because he was like, he said it more than once. I know you're going to put this on your channel. Did he say, I wish you wouldn't? Yeah. Did I agree not to? Never. AK, so glad to see you. I put a message in the DM. I'm looking for a particular clip and trust me, I tried to find it, but I was not successful. If you happen to have it or know where I could find it, that'd be great. Anyway. Nice to see you. Listen, man. I don't know when this stream was that AK and Tragic did, but it was a couple nights ago. Did you relist it? The one about is it like Negs don't hold water or something like that? I finally finished listening to that yesterday on my drive home, and that was so hilarious. It was banger. So if that is public or wherever it is, if you want to put the link in the chat, AK, please do. That was a good one. There's another one I need to go back and listen to. All right, let's get started on this, or we're never going to get through it. An hour and 11 minutes. Yeah, we won't get through it. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, so this was Sunday. So Wednesday night, we uploaded the video of the first part of the call with Ryan, Sean's little brother. And then they posted on their community tab post on Thursday, July the 4th, that he was in the psychiatric facility. And then this video of theirs is, this is their live stream, their first live stream after all that happened, which was on Sunday, just this past Sunday. All right, here we go.
Going to be better. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure, man, we are going to bang this thing all around, but we'll just be good not to bang against it.
Oh my God. You can't leave it there. You gotta
I'm trying to here we go.
Why do you guys think they chose to sit here on that wobbly ass table instead of on their couch where they normally sit? Also, I'm curious to know why she seems to be completely blurry through the whole thing, but he's pretty clear and they're sitting right next to each other. Rena says, is he really in a psych facility or are they lying? Well, I called the local sheriff's department down there in Forsyth County and I was like, hey, listen, this dude reached out to me. He told me that he thinks that his sister-in-law and brother are on drugs and having some sort of psychiatric episode. And he said to me in writing and on the phone more than once that he does not feel safe around her. And the very next day, his phone is shut off, his Facebook's deleted, and these two, the very people that he said were definitely high on something and he was afraid of her, they take to internet and say that he's in an inpatient psychiatric facility. I just think y'all should check it out, make sure nothing shady's going on. And allegedly, supposedly, according to the sheriff's department, they called me back and they said, we've confirmed he is indeed inpatient in a psychiatric facility. However, with that said, I will have you know that the sheriff's department did disclose that the way in which they quote unquote confirmed it was they said they spoke with his dad. Now, is it possible that the dad could have just told the sheriff's department that? And the sheriff's department is just literally just taking his word? I mean, obviously the sheriff's department is just taking Paul Kirley's word for it. But, if this really was some sort of big family altercation on the 4th of July and the whole family was there and it got real heated, and something happened to him and they got their story together, that we'll say he went psychiatric hospital inpatient. Nobody's going to be able to verify that because, as you all know, and as they most certainly know, psychiatric facility is not, you can't just call. And that's one thing listen to me. Okay. The sheriff's department Y'all think law enforcement like knows what the fuck they're doing? They don't. 90%, and no offense to the law enforcement folks and families in the audience. It is what it is. 90% of police, law enforcement, whatever, they're just dumb, you know? And they're majority men, which means they're not just dumb, they have no common sense, you know? So this sheriff's deputy that I'm talking to on the phone, he's like, "Well, have you called the psychiatric hospital to see if it's there?" No. They're not gonna tell me. Like, fucking everybody knows that. How are you going to tell me that the sheriff's deputy don't know that you can't just call the psychiatric facility and ask, "Oh, is Sean Kirley inpatient there right now?" They're not gonna tell you. So, I mean, you know, we can only take that with a grain of salt, I guess, because like I said, I mean, Paul Curley, I mean, if it's all just, you know, if that's their story and they're sticking to it, you know, whatever, and they're telling everyone that's where he is because you can't prove it. Well, then the sheriff's deputy is like, "Yeah, dad said that's where he's at. It checks out. Case closed." So great. You know, police investigation work down there, Forsyth County Sheriff's Department. Aces to you. You did great. I done told you that family had a whole ass intervention on the man and they were very upset with him. "Yeah, well, the daddy says that the story checks out. He says whatever Sean and Mandy said on the internet's what happened, whatever that is." Anyway, whatever. That's where we're at. Let me check on the poll real quick before we get started with these two jabronis. Where are we at? 261 votes. Does Ryan sound sane in that phone call? 85% say yes. 15% says no. Yeah, right. Alexa, what is 15% of 261? 40. Thank you, Alexa. 40 people voted no. Give me a break. Well, you know what though? That's about how many and how many stock accounts Mandy has. One time way back when, these two were together for sure because they were in Texas and they were live streaming and they used to put like the camera was like really kind of high up on them and looking down on them, and she had her great big iPad that she was watching chat on, and she clicked like where she could switch accounts and you could see that she had like, I kid you not, 40 stock accounts. My hand to God. I could probably scratch up the screenshot of that somewhere. Anyway, here we go.
See,
Tell us all about it, Mandy and Sean.
And the other one.
Look at them both. They've been live for 20 seconds and they're both just on their little phones and iPads trying to figure out how to see their chat. And they've been at this since like 2016. Wicked Crafter says, "Sounds like Ryan needs an advocate." I could not agree more, Wicked Crafter. I could not agree more. But how does one, you know? I mean, I don't know.
We've restarted.
It's always like that when we have like a bunch of people. Why is that?
This is the awkward silence that you get when Mandy and Sean first go live because nobody's there. So they just have to sit there and small talk, waiting for anybody to come in the chat. Which reminds me, maybe I should. Yeah, duh. There's chat. See, I told you there's nobody there yet. And look what they titled the stream: Weekend Fireworks. We're back. ATX Tomahawk 3 hearts.
What's
Oh,
good?
look at that. OG D. Higgins. And you know why? OG, where present day are you seeing D. Higgins use this account? Y'all want to be dazzled? I'm about to dazzle you all. Because you know there's that account out there called No Name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Going all over. Oh, by the way, in case you missed it on Twitter, we have decided that the Grift Gang X Addict X Kiwi Farmers, that group over there, they are henceforth known as the Clan. That's it. That's all. Anytime any of those motherfuckers host a live stream, it's a clan meeting. End of. It is written. They're the fucking Clan. But anyway, yeah, you got that No Name account that pops up out of nowhere. Out of fucking nowhere. right? You know, when all that shit really blows up between us and Beglinda and them, here comes this no-name account out of nowhere, dropping heavy donos where they think, you know, it's what gonna count. I don't fucking know. Anyway, but then with a C or a K, a K. Don't fence me in. Thank you for asking. The Kiwi GriftGangKlan. Oh, Panda Perpetual Bondu. That's crafty. Anyway, why do you think it's OGD Higgins over here in the chat and not no name? Because it would be too obvious. If no name pops up over here at Mandi and Sean's just out of nowhere, out of the blue, no names over there dropping donos. No, it's OGD Higgins. That's it. Final answer. Yes, the GriftGangKlan. They're the clan. End of.
Good. There's
Over there, and she was the first one. Took her 21 seconds to get in there, but that's why they were so awkward. Those 20 seconds. There was nobody there.
Inquiring Minds. Is this the new one? It looks like they found us.
Did they find us?
That's what it looks like. I thought it looked like they. Oh no, that's the other one.
Yeah, it's not even.
Well, it'll be there. We'll get it. We'll get it. If not, we'll do it with no picture. We will not be silenced. Much better. Good. See, told you. New one. Much
Cool.
better.
This is so funny. I noticed this account in the chat when I was bopping through to get my thumbnail image today. The account's name is Truthfully Trisha's Bottom Teeth. Only those are not Trisha's bottom teeth. Those are Mandi's bottom teeth. And I'm pretty sure that account stays in the chat the whole time.
I just needed to come up.
We have to delete the other one or do whatever with the other one.
Delete the other one, dumb fuck. Why didn't you do that already? They had one scheduled for earlier in the day. And I guess instead of changing the time, she just made a new stream. And now it's a whole ordeal.
Let me see. Okay, so that's cool. Anyways, as long as we made it back and we're here, that's all that matters. I think that we've been hacked. No.
No.
Totally.
They can't find the new one. Notice how they not said hi to anyone yet? It's because neither one of these dumb fucks can find the stream that they're live on. You see him the whole time. A minute 26 in, he's still looking. They've not said hi to anyone. They at this point have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in chat. Have not greeted one of them. They can't find their stream. They can't find their own chat.
Just kidding.
Ben says this looks like a commercial for Subox Zone.
Totally just kidding. Okay. So
the first stream had to be abandoned because they fucked up the Wi-Fi. That was funny.
It's better. We
No, it says
rebooted the internet.
Wi-Fi was off on this. Anyway.
Well, I did turn it off. Remember? Because we were trying to get it. So now I'm trying to get to our new one.
He was in the old one for quite a bit, Laura. What a dumb fuck.
Oh my.
Oh, there it goes. We're good.
Anyway, it'll catch up in a second. So you guys, here we are. Hey, Kay. It is, let me do the chat. Let's do, not top chat. Let's do it like this. Live chat. Yay. So we're doing it.
Just don't touch
Yeah,
it.
I know. I'm not going to touch it. We're doing it in a little bit of a different spot today because it's daytime and we thought it would be nice to look like,
Different.
that we were in some sort of breakfast area
Just
sort
tell
of
them.
thing.
Tell them we got evicted. Just tell them.
We got evicted. If we did, then we would have to be on the run.
We would have to be on the run. It happens.
Okay.
You know what's really weird
What?
with my phone here? So I can see
They have literally streamed in this corner of their kitchen like a million times. You're so ridiculous.
here that there's 50 people in the chat, right? I can
Uh-huh.
see that.
Mhm.
On my phone, it says 9.
Well, I'm not sure. We'll
She
just
didn't even look. Maybe if she had looked, she would have been able to tell him that he was still in the wrong stream. She didn't look. She doesn't care. And that was literally his way of asking her for help because he's like, I've literally spent 2 minutes and 42 seconds and I still can't find it. And so he finally asked her for help and she's like, yeah, I don't know.
let people come back in. Mods, I know you will, but can you tell the people in the other chat to come here? And then if you can just delete that chat altogether.
Mods cannot delete the chat. You are the channel owner. It's not that hard to figure out at all. You should be able to delete that other stream, ma'am.
Like delete that
Hey,
stream.
Nikki P. Nice to see you. Ooh, traveling home from work. Drive careful. See you soon. Hold on. Kat T says in her most recent stream, someone asked about Ryan and called her a bunny boiler and they removed it immediately. That's great.
That would be fantastic. We're streaming on my phone now, so I'm not able to see the text like I was planning on, but most of you have Sean's number, so you can go to that and we can do that if that makes sense.
Wait, it doesn't make sense.
So
What is she talking about? You're doing a live stream on your phone. Who are you expecting to be texting you?
I'm not able to.
And are you telling me that these women on the internet all have your husband's phone number? That is just so fucking weird.
That would be fantastic. We're streaming on my phone now, so I'm not able to see the text like I was planning on, but most of you have Sean's number, so you can go to that and we can do that if that makes sense. Okay, 64.
Who is texting them during their stream? I don't want no one texting me during my stream. In fact, if you DM me during my stream, I'm not going to read it unless it's like something like, hey, I asked you to go grab something, put it in my DM, you tell me it's there. But if you're watching my stream and you want to talk, and I have had people, I've literally had to tell them this. Like, yo, if you want to talk about this, if you want to participate in the stream and talk about the stream, you need to talk in the chat. What the fuck are you doing texting me, weirdo? Wendy was one of them. Wendy from Dr. Phil. Hey, babe.
People are here. People are starting to come in now.
I'm here at the other one. That's why it said 9 people.
Let's see, 3 minutes, 14 seconds. It took him to figure that out.
Oh, so we have in the heat of the summer here, the internet, y'all know, it always goes down. So
the Georgia heat takes out the internet? Thank you so much, AK. I had no idea. Is that really what happens? The Georgia heat will take your internet out?
Why I thought, but
that's right, last minute, Laura. So brave of her to let other women have his number. You'll lose them how you get them, girl.
It's not as hot as it has been. You know what I mean?
Hey, since it's taking them forever to get started, and speaking of which, Mandi not giving a shit about anything that comes out of Sean's mouth. I got a little clip I'm going to watch with you guys. It's on my channel. Here it is. This is a clip of Sean talking about his military service during Hurricane Katrina, and Mandi not listening, not caring, but perking right the fuck up when the conversation goes to Trisha in the chat. Watch this. It's only 2 minutes, 10 seconds. We'll come back to that.
Eddie Crocker says, my people are resilient, especially after Katrina.
It was, so I flew over Katrina.
One second. Presley's rib is doing better.
Good.
And hubby's medicines are working.
Nice.
I just want to say that. Okay, go ahead.
Nice. I remember flying over New Orleans, the morning after it happened. I was in Fort Polk. We knew it was bad. And you guys remember when Katrina first happened and the news came on and they were talking about, well, we dodged a bullet. That's the first what they said. The sun came up and people really didn't know how bad it was. And the reason they didn't know how bad it was at first is because there was no power.
But the levees broke.
Right. But until people started bringing pictures back, like I was flying over it in a military helicopter to get a little bit of a survey, and it was awful. It was awful. And I remember as we came back and landed, and the news was saying stuff like, yeah, it looks like that. It was like, no. And then took about half the day, and the rest of the country realized how bad it was.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
It was
awful. I used to tell people that it was worse than being in Iraq, because I was going home every night and sleeping with my family, and then having to get up and then go into that and deal with that, and then fly back and sleep with my family. And it was very, very hard to adjust back and forth.
I heard her say your name, Presley. I heard her the other day go, oh, look who's here. It's part of the cult, Presley. I was like, give her hell, Presley. She was in the Beast chat. So she said,
Did you give him a $50 super chat?
and
No.
she said if I would take her down with batshit lying stories, and she's something. Yeah, my neighbor spent a week on her roof after sending her kids off on a boat. FEMA only gave her $176. Katrina showed exactly how ill prepared we
Yeah.
were for natural disasters,
And not just us, like as humanity, but the government.
Anyway, I love how she just absolutely was not interested in anything he had to say about his service in the military during Hurricane Katrina. But boy, howdy, what's her name said something about Trisha saying her name in chat, and she just about lost it. I cannot believe Jackson ripped the face off of Raylan's Build-A-Bear Pikachu. Boy, Jack, what can I say? Jack has been chewing stuff lately out of the blue. He chewed my flip-flops, and they were not cheap flip-flops. I got them when we went down to Florida. I got them for Florida. And I tend to wear the hell out of some flip-flops. Anyway, tore my flip-flops up, chewed Raylan's shoe. Did you guys see? I think Yaba shared that with you when Raylan had saved her money up to buy her own this pair of Nike high tops that she wanted. Yeah, he chewed the Velcro strap off them bad boys. And he is teething, and he has so much stuff to chew on. She even gets him those 2 stick things that get real nasty. He's just out of control, chewing on shit.
The bottom teeth likes your shirt.
Yes, dogs will be dogs. He's still the best dog. He's still the best boy. We love him so much, and we tell him all the time he's the best boy. I was out of town for 2 days. I told you guys, and when I was on FaceTime with Yaba, the dogs heard my voice, so they were going nuts, and so she turned the camera around so I could see him. And Jack was just smiling, showing all his teeth. He loves his mother's.
It's
Oh,
going.
thank you.
Everybody
Well,
says it's
but I
better.
can't. My phone isn't.
This
Oh, really,
one isn't either.
Patsy?
I don't know why. I can't
Huh.
get into the new one either. So we'll just look on the phone and do it.
I'm gonna
People
do
aren't
that.
interested in. They're more interested, I guess, in what we have to say. Anyways, okay. So look,
I mean, not really. This first 3 minutes and 50 seconds of your stream is probably going to be the most entertaining. Oh, thank you, AK.
if I do that, watch. If I go into Creator Studio, we'll get to the good stuff. Don't worry, guys. Let me just make sure that we.
I'm bopping
Studio
forward.
is my chart.
Oh, that I like.
Maybe
Creator
not.
Studio is my chart because it looks similar.
I-
Oh,
Can
he's
I-
the best
can I put
boy.
a video up that I like a little short video. Can I put it over there?
Oh yeah, we might get copyright struck by ourselves.
Oh my God.
So let me tell you something first. I know I'm not gonna move it. I'm gonna front load with this. When I did a members video with Sawyer and Scout hanging out and playing, and the song I used was "You've Got a Friend in Me," and it came up as a copyright warning. But I asked mods, I was like, "Hey," or some of the members, I said, "Can you guys see it? Like, can you get into it?" Hey, Troy Town. I know it's even. Can you get into it? And are you able to see it? Because I thought that was like the main, thing to see. Well, if it can be seen.
Yes, Lisa Simpson. She's drinking Perrier, which 100% she got that shit from Sean's mom. Because I'm telling you, a well-to-do Southern woman of means absolutely has Perrier in the garage refrigerator all times. And I know because my mother did.
Seen it can be seen. Let me tell you guys, if you put something in a member video that is copyrighted and you don't correct it, take it from us. It fucks your shit. Oh yeah, fucks your shit up. And it's fine. It gets solved.
Stupid.
But AdSense goes into chaos.
Come
and
around
whatever.
here. You're gonna have to
My
come
point
around.
with that is that's what's going on partially with the member videos is I put some of them on private so that I could make sure that like it didn't come up as a flag. And anyway, that was my point with that. So yeah, if you ever have members and it's whatever, maybe I should have known. I don't really know, but that's how it goes. And so the reason that you're here, right?
Yeah.
This is probably
Bradley D, that's a really good question. What does she think the mods are there for? These two still have absolutely no idea how any of this works. None of it. Jojo says, wash your hair, Mandy. There was a clip I watched recently of her. I don't know when it was. I've watched a lot of clips of her lately, old stuff too. And there was one day her hair was so greasy, like she ran her hands through it and it like literally just like stayed like slicked back. People want to talk about my hair being greasy, which for one, it's not. And even if it was, her hair is greasy. Like literally every time she goes on camera, she's greasy. Yava says I'm entertained by crackheads and I don't care who knows it. This is great.
of all of the things that have gone on with Sam going real life and doing
See, right there. You are full of shit. Sam didn't go real life, ma'am. I don't care how many times you say it or you try to spin it or you try to rewrite it. I didn't do shit. Sean's brother called me. All right. He talked to me. He hates you so fucking much, Mandy. Your husband's brother, his own brother, his flesh and blood, not just his brother, but his baby brother. Sean's baby brother, your husband's baby brother, hates you so much that he reached out to me publicly and privately. He left a comment on one of my videos, for Christ's sake. And he didn't just say, hey, can you email me? It's super important. No. He said, I am his brother. And when I asked whose brother, he said Sean's. That's how much your brother-in-law hates you. You think Ryan's the only one that hates you that much? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But don't you sit here and fix your mouth to tell these lies that Sam went real life, because I didn't. Honey, real life came to me.
shit with family. This is probably like the worst, but it
Yeah, Lisa Simpson. Yeah. Oh, Beggy over there. And it wasn't just a few weeks ago. It was very recently. Beggy admitted that Mandi contacted her saying, do you want an interview with Arabia? I can hook it up. Arabia is not a YouTube person. Arabia is not somebody that I met on YouTube. And I'm sorry, her fucking name's BJ, for fuck's sake. Billy Joe, Arabia, whatever. She's not from the internet. She's from my real life. You knock that shit off. You've been slinging that used up loser. I mean, what other words can you really say for Arabia? You've been slinging that fucking loser around for the past 4 fucking years. I don't go real life. Sam goes real life. Girl, shut up. 4 years ago. You want to know who else Mandi's gone real life with? No, it wasn't just Arabia. You know what else Mandi did? She also contacted the mother of a dead child who was in my real life. Jessica, Julian's mother. Now, why would you go and do that? You know who else Mandi went real life and contacted? Yaba's baby daddy. She sure did. The two of them. They said they were going to do it before they did it too. And they did it. Oh, they did it. I'll tell you that story. Y'all want to hear that story? Okay, first, though, I need to find the clip. Oh, hold on. I was in the middle of getting that shit together and forgot to finish doing that. Sorry. Anyway, let's see. Certified letter away. Remember that? It's this one right here. Okay, let me see. Share this tab instead. Now, this is a live stream from Mandi's Mrs. ATX channel. You can see that down here, titled Janice the Liar Doxed My Phone Number, which I think is hilarious because Mandi doxed her own mother and father-in-law's address on her community tab post. Anyway, this is so funny. Okay, listen, this is from September 22nd, 2020. All right. That date is super important because it's so funny and what they say. September 22nd, 2020 was the day of this live stream. Yaba moved out and moved into her own apartment on September the 11th, 2020. So 11 days later, me and Yaba were actually sitting in her bedroom, in her bed. This was at night. We're laying in bed and we're watching these two, and they're literally, and I think I even fired up a live stream on my phone on camera. You could see that we were like in bed together watching their live stream on the big screen TV in front of us while this jackass dinner, you gotta, Yaba's never leaving her husband. She's never leaving. And we were literally sniping it real time. Do you remember that, Flu Shuma? It was fucking great. Two idiots. Look at the look on his face. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. Imagine when family regards YouTube as thicker than blood or water. Damn, Sean. Not just on the shit list. You made the Hall of Fame. Excellent comment, Wicked Crafter. Thank you for that. And I appreciate the support of my channel. All right, listen to this clip. Listen to it. September 22nd, 2020, 11 days after Yaba moved into her apartment. And I mean, that's it. The rest is history. 4 years later, we're married, right?
People that want to follow us will find us.
Oh.
The second thing, you heard it here, and she's live streaming it right on her channel.
Yep.
Yaba is not leaving her husband. She is not leaving her home. So make your little copies of it. Say it to your people. Yaba is not leaving her husband. Okay? She's not. Matter of fact,
First of all,
I'm hearing he doesn't even know what's.
Yaba was never married to that man. But listen to this shit. Listen to this shit.
Matter of fact, I'm hearing he doesn't even know what's going on, and it's real close to him finding out. Now, we're not doing that, but somebody may.
It's a certified letter away. But
a certified letter away. Look at her face. She's so proud of herself. You two are so proud of yourself. I just want to listen to that one more time because don't forget, like I said, I fired up a live stream from me and Yaba's bed. We were in bed together in her apartment. Mandi and Sean on the big screen while this jabroni is looking dead into the camera and saying this shit.
People that want to follow us will find us.
Oh.
The second thing, you heard it here, and she's live streaming it right on her channel. Yaba is not leaving her husband. She is not leaving her home. So make your little copies of it. Say it to your people. Yaba is not leaving her husband. Okay? She's not. Matter of fact, I'm hearing he doesn't even know what's going on, and it's real close to him finding out. Now, we're not doing that, but somebody may.
It's a certified letter away. But this is what I wanted you to stream, Sam.
And the reason why.
Okay, hold on. It stopped right there, but I went back and I clipped the rest of it. Hold on. Y'all have no idea the lengths I had to go through to dig these clips up today. Stephanie C., thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. Forever a Basic Betty. Your happily ever after irks them. I love it. I love it too, girl. Thank you for supporting my channel. Okay, hold on. Downloads. So I think it's just give me a second.
The certified letter away. But this is what I wanted you to stream.
It's this one. So me and Yaba were talking. Wait, why can't I grab it? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Listen, look at this. Look, watch what she does. She emasculates the shit out of him every chance she gets. Even I think it was, I don't remember which stream it was, but I know it was recently. Have they been live since Sunday? I don't know. Anyway, about it. And she's doing it right here too. The way she has her arm around him. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know any like straight masculine male man husband who would not feel emasculated or some type of way with their wife always putting their arm around him like he's a bitch. I don't know. Anyway, listen to this. Watch this.
The certified letter away. But this is what I wanted you to stream, Sam.
And the reason why
talking about you and giving your the certified letter away.
It's like one of my favorite moments in Sean and Mandi history of all time. Even better than what happened moments before this, where Sean was looking with his stupid face right into the camera 11 days after Yaba moved into her apartment. And I mean, let's face it, I pretty much moved in then too. Like I had my own apartment, but I slept there every night. Unless I was out of town, I was sleeping at Yaba's place from the day she moved out on September the 11th, 2020. That was the day. September the 11th, 2020. 11 days later, Sean's bitch ass is looking into the camera, looking dead at us. She's never going to leave. She's never going to leave. Could you imagine if he had pulled that shit like 12 days prior or at any point before that? If I was like sitting there in my apartment in Scottsburg all alone while Yaba was at home with her baby daddy and Sean and Mandi are on live stream looking dead in the camera saying she's never leaving. Yeah, that might have hurt. That might have made me cry a little. I ain't even gonna lie, but that is not how that went down. And it was fucking glorious. And I was live stream sniping when it happened. It was great. Different Sage, thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. You will forever be a basic Betty.
But this is what I wanted you to stream, Sam.
And the reason why
talking about
I love it so much. I'm so glad you streamed this.
stream, Sam.
And the reason why
talking about you and giving your
I love that. I can't get enough of it. Okay, anyway, back to Sunday. Are they ever gonna fucking get to it over here? I'm
not the it is not did not have the effect that she
wait.
But it's not the it is not did not have the effect that she thought that it would.
Yes, it did. It had exactly the effect that I thought it would. Mandi and Sean had to sit down and listen to Sean's little brother betray him and talk mad shit about him and his wife to literally second only to Trisha, the person they hate most on the internet. No, it had that had exactly the effect that I was going for. And now come to find out exactly what I said happened. These two ran over to Sean's parents' house and cried to his mom and dad and told on Ryan and got him in big trouble for it. No, that's exactly what we were after over here. Hey, Honey West.
I'll say it, then we'll go on because I want to show you another short clip. What happened with the events? I mean, Sam is such an idiot. In her attempt to...
Hold on, I'm going to make it, since they finally got to it, we'll go back to normal speed.
To make a video that claims that short clip. What happened with the events? I mean, Sam is such an idiot. In her attempt to make a video that claims that someone got in touch with her and she gave...
It's not a claim. Someone did get in. Okay, so here, I need to get my pen and paper, and you all need to. We need to kind of take notes here. Because at this point, when they did this stream on Sunday, honestly, I was still kind of unclear on what, with where they were landing on it, because there were things posted on that Milk in the Bags community tab post, which Milk in the Bag is Mandi and her friends. So this was posted on the 4th of July by Mandi's alternate account. Says the things people do for money, checkmate on another epic fail for TT and her flying monkeys. And look at the things that were said about Ryan by Mandi and Sean on the internet on July 4th. The facts are Ryan Kirley is a mentally unstable man. He is the family's black sheep. He cannot hold a job or income and relies on his mother to survive. Mary pays his children's college, his rent, and living expenses. He is not one to speak on the family. He was paid to speak negatively on Sean and Mandi. Okay, so here this is Mandi clapping back, talking mad shit on Ryan, and then also saying, well, Ryan was paid to say those things. Okay, so there was that. So, okay. But then we've got, now they're speaking on it. So now he's saying Sam's attempt to make a video to make it seem like somebody reached out to me. No, that's exactly what happened. Oh, hold on. It's not sharing. Shit. Hold on.
Because I want to show you another short clip. What happened with the events? I mean, Sam is such an idiot. In her attempt to make a video that claims that someone got in touch with her and she gave dates and times. And she delivered really sort of a what a family needed to get another family member the help that they need. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay, so I mean, I guess, yeah, exactly. So I guess that's them confirming that, you know, yeah, that was my brother. Okay. So it wasn't an attempt to make a video to make it seem like somebody reached out to me. You're confirming that, well, and the family took that recording. We got my brother the help he needs. Okay. So now we're back on the side of it was his brother.
But anybody that listened to that video when they started listening to it, and first of all, everybody that's been texting and DMing and stuff like that, thank you for that. But anyone that listened to that within like the first 30 seconds, you could tell that the person that was giving the statement was very manic, was not doing well mentally.
Gaslighting. This is a gaslighting ass motherfucker. This man has been gaslighting in exactly precisely this way. Gaslighting with mental illness, mental instability, mental unwellness. This is where Sean Kirley shines. He has been doing this shit his whole fucking life. He did it to, no doubt, his first wife. He did it to Trisha. Guarantee you he does it to Mandi. I wouldn't be shocked if we were to find out that Mandi has had more than one 72-hour inpatient stays since she's been married to Sean.
And to this moment right now, that particular person is still claiming that it's not their voice.
That it's artificial intelligence.
That artificial, they're pulling a tragic right now.
So what is going on within the family as far as that goes is nobody's business. Obviously, It's not.
I can't tell. How can she even sit there with a straight face, look at the camera and say that, and then they proceed to literally talk about all of it in detail?
And it's still tragic right now.
So what is going on within the family as far as that goes is nobody's business. Obviously, It's not.
I mean, did she say that just so she could tell Ma Kirley? Listen, we did a live stream and we told everybody that that what's going on in the family is nobody's business.
It was no surprise that my brother-in-law and I are not like super best friends, or we don't get along really well. I didn't realize how much he didn't like me.
Okay, so again, we're back to these two are confirming that was Sean's brother, and she's even validating the shit that he said. She's like, it's no secret that we don't get along and we don't like each other. We just were kind of shocked to find out how much he don't like me. So you don't even realize that, Mandi. You are validating. You're validating everything he said. You're validating the whole thing. Like, thank you for that. Thank you for validating that everything that Sean's little brother Ryan said about you is true and accurate.
I will say that I had no idea he disliked me that much, and I didn't even see the whole thing.
Right. We watched like
yeah.
But we did.
Yeah. How much did you watch? Because you guys are going to talk a lot about it, and you're going to give your opinion and your assessment, but you didn't watch it. That's interesting.
See enough. Just to really recap when it happened. My parents needed to hear it. And the things that happened. Why did your parents?
Whoa. Why did your parents need to hear that? Why? Tell me right now why your parents had to hear that. Why? Why? That was your little brother talking mad shit on your wife. That's it. That's all. Why did your parents have to hear that? Your dad was not even 7 days post-op from a heart stent. That man is in very poor health. He is old. That's why they gave Sean his car. That's how old and sick his dad is. Had a heart procedure, had to have a stent placed 6 days prior. and you still ran your asses, your crybaby asses over there to his house to tattle on your brother and to make your parents listen to that? Unbelievable. Do your parents know, Sean, that Mandi put their name and home address on her community tab post? Are you watching right now? Are they watching right now? Mandi, is this community tab post? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, so misspoke your Twitter. Did you delete this tweet? Because you did not mark out your Sean's parents' address in this lower right portion of this image on your tweet on May the 3rd, 2023. You put you put Sean's dad's name and his parents' address on the internet. What is wrong with you? Hold on, I have to stop screen sharing and redo it because it lost audio. At least it tells me. No, my mom and dad needed. Did he really say that? I have to bop it back. I have to make sure I didn't just lose my shit and mishear him.
To really recap when it happened, you know, my parents needed to hear it and the things that happened.
I just can't believe it. I cannot believe that these two jabronis, these two absolute assholes, who they according to them, they didn't even listen to it. They listened to very little. So without even listening to the whole 10-minute video, the whole 10-minute conversation with your little brother, without hearing it first, you took it over to your parents, your sick elderly parents, your dad recovering from a heart procedure.
The things that were said.
What was said? You just said you didn't listen, that you listened to very little of it before you ran it over to your parents and made them listen to it.
How do I say it? It brought the family together. Other family members that had not really spoken out came and sat down and said, hey, look, you know, we've had concerns about this individual, not my.
You made the whole fucking family listen to it for real? So you're telling me that one brother talks shit about the other brother's wife and you drag the whole fucking family around your parents' dining room table and they all get involved? What kind of freak fucking family are we dealing with here? Right, Alex? Look how pleased Mandi is.
My wife for, you know, it was something that the family heard and it kind of brought us together. I don't know if that makes sense or not. It was
Not with the person.
Yeah.
I'd also, the fact that now I won't go into to the charity, but the thing is like there were things that were said that finally put pieces together, how long he'd been watching. The information, like some of the things that he brought up are things that but Sean and I are constantly both being accused of, that we're racist. We don't owe any.
Oh my God. This is wild because like I said, this was Sunday. This was right before Beggy over there on Twitter started firing off all those racist fucking tweets, trying to offend AK, but basically, like I said, I was out of town, so I wasn't following that closely, but the gist of it is that Belinda was over there being a racy McRacerton racist over on Twitter. And that started right after this live stream on Sunday. And I really feel like what Mandi and Sean are about to say next was kind of like, it like gave the green light for everyone, all those racists over there, to just be like, you know what? We're racist and we're proud of it. And we don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Dicks out, tits out. Like, seriously, watch.
Like some of the things that he brought up are things that but Sean and I are constantly both being accused of, that we're racist. We don't owe anyone an explanation or proof about what we're not racist. And
I mean,
it's,
I don't give a shit.
I don't care what anyone thinks, right?
That's the whole point.
So if me saying that
Both of them said it. They both said it right there. We don't give a fuck if you think we're racist. I don't care about the Mandi saying, oh, I'm not racist. You are. We're not the only ones who have seen that for literal years. And then here comes Sean's little brother, completely unprovoked. And it's like, hell yeah, she's racist. She won't even take public transportation to the airport because she says there's too many black folk on there. You are racist. You're gross. But for you to then get on here and both of you, yeah, we don't give a fuck if you think we're racist.
Support Israel is such a huge,
It
was huge enough to come
It
forward
was
and say
psychobabble.
something.
It was psychobabble.
I don't know what a
his part.
xenophobe is. I had, to this day, can someone explain to me what a xenophobe is? Because
Okay, well, you not knowing what a xenophobe is does not make you not a xenophobe, ma'am.
don't know what that is. But I've been accused of being one.
What happens when this happens in a family?
Oh, absolutely, Lisa Simpson. Lisa Simpson says, I bet what set Sean's parents off more than talking to you is him saying all of those woke things. Absolutely.
You guys ever watch like those investigative shows when there's a crime or there is something that happens and, you know, investigators trying to figure out.
Exactly, Alex. What about that ignorant shit you said to Joss, which that hasn't come out yet? We will be bringing that. We'll be bringing that out. Your daughter-in-law. Mm-hmm.
Why it happened. You know, they've got to go back and they've got to try to piece everything together. Well, Sam laid it all out. She put a date that it happened, put Facebook pages out there. And so
I thought he didn't watch it. Yeah, here he is. She laid it all out. Dates, times, Facebook screenshots. Did you watch it or did you not?
knew when it happened.
Oh, okay.
We all kind of, as a family, we sat around and just like you do in a normal investigation, you try to figure out all the actions that happened in the last 48 hours or so leading up to the event. And so you could ask yourself what caused the event. And that is what we did as a family, because this could have been way worse. It could have been, but
it could have been way worse. I wonder what he means by that.
Sam delivered that all to us in a nice video that now we have for, therapeutic, for my brother is impatient and still, as far as I know, saying that it's not his voice. So there,
I think his brother's probably saying it's not my voice, it's AI, as a fucking middle finger to the family. That's kind of like the vibe, the energy I got from Ryan. Like, did he want it to be disclosed that he talked to me? He said all these things, not necessarily, but he said this. He was like, "But I know you're going to, so it's fine. Like, it's whatever. That's the decision I'm making." And he really sounded like he didn't give a fuck if his family knew. And if it was a problem, he would tell them all to go fuck themselves. And he's been watching, he's been following along. I'm sure he's even watched, and seen chatter about the whole, the call to the attic and there being claims that was AI, which totally possible. I mean, hell, Saturday morning, old Beggy over there spent all Saturday morning learning how to use an AI chat software where she fed samples of my voice into it and then was able to demonstrate how she could get that AI chat software to say anything and it sound just like me. Why Belinda would do such a thing and then publicly, come on YouTube and say, "Hey, look what I can do," because now you can't take anything, any clip of me saying anything coming out of the clan over there as true or fact. As far as we're concerned, we now have to operate that anything you hear played on my voice anywhere over there on any of those clan channels, it's AI. Like, crazy. Like, it's not that, but no, I digress. I really think that Ryan saying that's not me, it's AI, was him just like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. That's not me. It's AI. I don't know what to tell you. And that's probably all they got out of him. And then, yeah, Ma Kirley, Mary Kirley, probably threatened to withdraw all financial support from Ryan unless he agreed to check himself in and get medicated back into compliance with the family. That's what happened. That's my opinion. Hey, Murphy Smith, nice to see you.
I have a feeling that he had no idea it was being recorded. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, he absolutely knew it was being recorded. That was literally, we were not probably 90 seconds or less into the phone call. And he was like, I know you're recording this. Now, was I recording when he said that? No, I didn't have my shit together yet because he called me. And it was not like an arranged date and time phone call. Like we had Facebook messages earlier in the day, which I haven't even read all of those to you yet. You guys have no idea. There's so much more to this. You guys have only seen 10-minute excerpt. Okay. There was lengthy Facebook messages before the 2-hour phone call. Okay. But he just asked if he could call me later. And I said yes. And I wasn't ready for it when he called. So that part I did not get recorded, but he said, like, he knew, he knows. Okay. He's watched my channel. He knew good and fucking well that the call was being recorded, and he knew that it was going to be played and it was going to be made into content on my channel. That's why he contacted me. Hello, McFly. Why else would Ryan Kirley have contacted me, said all this shit in writing in Facebook DMs, and then for 2 hours run his mouth about Sean and Mandi for 2 hours, knowing the call is being recorded, knowing that it's going to be made into content? Give me a fucking break. He knew exactly what was going to happen. And he knew Sean and Mandi were going to do exactly what Sean and Mandi did, and he was ready for it. And he's like, you know what? I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't me. And the reason why he said AI is because he knew Sean and Mandi would immediately, they knew that he would, that they would know why he said it's AI, it's not my voice, because of what's going on present day in the community with all this AI shit. Yes. Ryan sacrificed himself so the truth could come out. Exactly. Hey, girl. Hey, exactly. And when the shit hit the fan and Mandi and Sean went run into the parents crying and everything came to a head, he said, fuck you. It was AI. I mean, that's fucking hello. Standing ovation to you, Ryan. Everyone give Ryan a round of applause. That was fucking poetic. I love it.
I don't know. I don't think that he had any idea.
There's Claire Frank in the chat. Love it so much. The clan's all here.
So when the parts that I heard, first of all, the other family members have heard the entire thing. I listened to pieces of it, and then I listened to pieces of it with the group of the family or whatever, because other people were mentioned inside that video. My sister-in-law was mentioned, misrepresented what happened. There was a whole lot of things that went, hey, Moxie, it's good to see.
I'm not really sure exactly. In the 10-minute excerpt that was released, I don't think that they really were mentioned outside of, he said that when they were at dinner and Mandi started going off about the Israelis and the Palestinians, that he, leaned over and made a remark to his sister-in-law. I know his other brother was mentioned in the context of he just said something like, my brothers kind of stick with their tried and true, but no, they weren't really talked about. The brother, the other brother, and the sister-in-law. So it's interesting that they drugged them into it and made them come over there and listen to that, isn't it?
See you.
Where you been, Moxie?
Good to see you. So was I shocked, and was it a gotcha moment? No, it wasn't a gotcha moment, because nothing surprises me.
Especially when it comes to Sam. So
let me get a ponytail.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, I'm gonna get a
ponytail.
So
there's nothing like saying, and I mean, this is what Sam does. You see it right now, what she's doing, not with what she tried to do to our family with standing. She gets a group of people who are willing to do these things. For instance, you've got
Hold
someone
on.
like
I'm so
Tragic
sorry.
who went
I
real.
am so sorry. I had to step away for just a second. I got to bop that back. Hold on. Was it a gotcha moment? Was it a gotcha moment, Mandy?
Other people were mentioned inside that video. My sister-in-law was mentioned, misrepresented what
mother.
happened. There was a whole lot of things that went, hey, Moxie, it's good to see you.
Where you
Presley,
been, Moxie?
it's good to see you. So was I shocked, and was it a gotcha moment? No. No, it wasn't a gotcha moment because
Really? You were not shocked and it was not a gotcha moment? I don't know. This initial reaction, this is definitely giving shocked and it was a gotcha moment. Definitely. Definitely. I mean, this was your first public statement about it. This was Mandy's initial, this was her gotcha moment response. This is her shocked response. The facts are Ryan Kirley is a mentally unstable man. He is the family's black sheep. He cannot hold a job or income and relies on his mother to survive. Mary pays his children's college, his rent, and living expenses. He is not one to speak on the family. He was paid to speak negatively on Sean and Mandy. That's so interesting that this was included in Mandy's initial public reaction and statement to the gotcha shocker of Sam and Yaba releasing a recording of Sean's little brother dragging the ever-loving piss out of them both for 2 whole fucking hours. Interesting that this is included because Mandy has a history of paying people to speak negatively on other people. Specifically me. Mandy and Sean paid Arabia to get up there and run her cocksucker and say all kinds of wild things. Here it is right here. Posted by Mandy, Mrs. ATX. Y'all are amazing. Let's get her done. For Arabia, $96.80. Look, there's another receipt, September 3rd, 2020, at Arabia Lacaze, not her name, never been her name. Her name is Billy Joe, also known as BJ. $398.43. So now, of course, they said, we're going to continue to be transparent and show receipts every step of the way. Legal representation is the key. Arabia never got a lawyer for nothing. Go ahead, call the courts. Call the courts in Meade County, Kentucky, and Scott County, Indiana. All right. Meade County, Kentucky, and Scott County, Indiana. Her legal name is Billy Fulton, Fulton. And ask if she ever had an attorney file appearance on anything. No, she didn't. That's how they collected the money to give to her to get her to run her cocksucker. Wicked Crafter says, Sam, I think you shrunk their genitalia with that stream. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, 400. That's just what she showed a receipt of. She said, let's get her done. We'll continue to be transparent and show receipts. $400. You know how much they paid Jessica, the mother of a dead child? You know how much they paid her to write a comment on a YouTube video and completely lie and say that I was collecting money in her son's name and claiming that he was my son? None of that shit ever happened. You know how much they paid her? $200. $200. I don't have the screenshot of that because she didn't post it, obviously. I bet they took money that they had raised because listen, the money was going into Mandi's PayPal. So all of the money that they were up there saying that they were collecting for legal fees for Arabia all went to Mandi's PayPal, and then Mandi had to send it to Arabia. I guarantee you they took $200 of Arabia's money, and that's what they used. That's what they sent Jessica. But anyway, so they didn't post that. Jessica told me that herself, because there's one thing about Jessica motherfucking Parmalee. That bitch will always, and I mean always, come crawling back to me no matter what. And she did. She did. Lisa Simpson says they collected donos for her like Belinda did for Zeeth. Yep. Saucy Bun Brioche, where's BJ from? Originally Florida. That's how I know BJ. I know BJ from childhood. She and I met when we were kids in Florida. That's how I know BJ. All right. So yeah, if you ever doubted that Mandi and Sean, so and it's funny. So this is from 2020. You guys can see this the date and time stamp. September 2020, they paid Arabia to run her cocksucker. Fast forward to July of 2024. Isn't that interesting? He was paid to speak negatively on Sean and Mandi. Interesting. Continue, Mandith.
Nothing surprises me.
Especially when it comes to sound. So
Let me get a ponytail.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I love how she tried to come back, though. I love how she tried to come back after her very, very public initial reaction to it. And she tried to come back just 2-3 days later and say that it wasn't a gotcha moment and she was not shocked. Yes, you were. Yeah, no shit, Ben. Who paid him? He contacted me first. I've shown the screenshots of our Facebook messages where I asked him, how did you find my Facebook? He said, I sought you out. He looked me up. I showed the screenshot of my comment section where he comes on my comment section and says, I'm his brother. And I say, whose brother? He says, Sean's. So he come to me. You think somebody trying that hard to get my attention and get me to talk to him is then going to say, well, I'm Sean's little brother and I'll talk shit on Mandi, but you have to pay me? Where are those messages? I know I heard Belinda trying to throw that out there. Oh, Sam, show all of your Facebook messages. I bet you won't, because I bet that's where you offer to pay him. Bitch, I bet I will. I bet I will show them all. I have to get to it. I haven't got there yet. All right. I got a lot going on right now. It's summer vacation. I had a grandchild born the very next day, a grandchild's birthday. I've been out of town. I work. You all now know mystery revealed. That mystery has been solved. Mandi, I expect you to issue a correction. All those times you said, Sam don't have a job. Sam, blah, blah, blah. I do too. Y'all done seen it for yourself now, haven't you? In fact, it was Belinda who put it all over her live stream, the court document showing who my employer is. Belinda, I'll get to it. No, Sam paid him. Give me a break. That's y'all. That's you, Mandi and Sean. You're the ones who give people off the internet money to talk shit and tell lies on other people. I don't have to do that. I come with nothing but the truth and the receipts every fucking time. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. You mean to tell me that you two are claiming here now that you were not shocked or surprised at all, Sean, that your little brother contacted me and ran his mouth about you and your wife? You're lying. You're full of shit. You were shocked. Huh, Yulia, that bitch. Thank you so much for the super chat. Mandi ain't shocked by anything, but shocked how much Ryan hates her. Also, if you paid Ryan, he could probably afford to lose Ma Kirley's monetary support. Yeah, no shit. Thank you for the super chat. Dang it. Hold on. Do I have the wrong screen on? Sorry. Now I got to tap it back.
No, it wasn't a gotcha moment because nothing surprises me.
Especially when it comes to sound.
Basically making spin.
So
Let me get a ponytail.
yeah.
Yes, Alex Glitter, Big Wheezy doxed my employer like what, a week or so ago.
Go ahead. No, I'm gonna get a
So
ponytail.
there's nothing like saying, and I mean, this is what Sam.
And I mean, it's not even speculation that that's my employer. That damn vet bill that I refused to pay because it wasn't my damn dog. Anyway, then they sued me in small claims court for it. Well, whoever that attorney, no, I know exactly who the attorney is, and that's exactly why they were on my ass on it. Anyway, yeah, they filed something with the court to like have my employer garnish my wages, right? Well, that's on the court website and it says who my employer is. Well, don't worry, I paid it. When y'all start talking about garnishing my check, fine, take your stupid $300 and whatever dollars it turned out to be and get off my ass. But anyway, yeah, so it's not even like, they're speculating. No, they fucking nailed it. She knew they knew they had me. I was like, there's no point even denying it. They done put it up there right from the fucking court's website. So whatever. Anyway, you can all sleep well at night knowing that the that the sick dogs of South Bend will be well fed now. Anyway, so yeah, Belinda, when your employer gets slapped up there on the internet, I don't want to hear it. All right.
You see it right now, what she's doing, not with what she tried to do to our family withstanding. She gets a group of people who are willing to do these things. For instance, you've got someone like Tragic who went real life and made a phone call. I don't care if.
What in the hell does Tragic have to do with anything? Why do you keep bringing Tragic into this? What does Tragic have to do with your real life flesh and blood little brother, same mom, same dad ass motherfucker, contacting Sam Heffler on the internet and telling all about you and your wife? What does Tragic have to do with that? Why do you keep bringing that up? Oh, AK says Belinda's employer is being found. All right. As we speak. All right. Well, when that's confirmed, you let me know. And please let me do the honors. Please. It's the least I can do after Belinda plastered my employer up on her live stream.
If you like Clara Neggs or not, the phone call was made to a fire department. He's doing the same thing. He's doing two things. Number one, he was claiming it wasn't him and that it was artificial intelligence.
So don't you find that interesting that is the same thing your little brother said? Don't you find that the slightest bit coincidental, Sean? Again, what does that have to do with me?
Anybody that's ever been, we both have law enforcement on both sides of our family. Nothing says you're guilty like not answering the door when you're getting served. Nothing says.
What is he talking about? What are we talking about here? DC, out of her own mouth, even admitted she does not know if she has the right address. She said that. She said, if the address I got isn't right, the private detectives will find the right address and serve you. And I have no idea what that has to do. Fuck all with your brother calling me and me making content out of that.
You did it like running from a warrant or a summons. You remember when Mandi and I got summoned? We took the summons. We got
as per usual. He has to make that shit about himself. Listen, look at this. Like how? How does one do that?
Our plane tickets and we went. If you didn't do it and you didn't have anything to do with it, then you cooperate. So Tragic is also kind of in the same boat as whoever helped Sam do this that involved my brother.
I feel like it's time for pen and paper. What is he talking about? He's talking about Tragic. He says Tragic made a phone call. So he's saying Tragic made, I'm just going to say attic phone call. Okay. So he's, for whatever reason, he's bringing this up. I don't know. Okay.
We went. If you didn't do it and you didn't have anything to do with it, then you cooperate.
Okay. So if you are served, you cooperate. Okay. I'll write that down since apparently that's important. If served, you cooperate. Okay. All right. I'm taking notes because I'm having a hard time following. So I just figure maybe if I write it down, it'll help me.
So Tragic is also kind of in the same boat as whoever helped Sam do this that involved my brother.
Tragic is in the same boat as whoever helped Sam do this with my brother. Helped Sam do what with your brother? I somebody help me. I need help. I'm not following. I don't understand what he's saying. That is someone who really hasn't had interaction with law enforcement. Sean just has to throw out so much word salad, then say if that makes sense, and their idiots believe them. That's last minute, Laura. That's the only thing I can come up with here, because now I've even taken notes and written down what he said, and it still comes out to fucking word salad. He's bringing Tragic up because Clara showed up in chat. This is what happened over the years. Tragic and Bodega get blamed for everything. Yeah, and people just believe it because they're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I've always heard Tragic bad. Therefore, whatever anyone says about Tragic must be true. And by proxy, AK2. No, we're putting a stop to that shit. All right. We're not allowing that kind of propaganda, bulldozing ass bullshit to go on anywhere in this community anymore. And you know who is behind all of that bullshit? The fucking Grift Gang. That's how they do shit. That's their playbook. Alex says, I didn't even know Sam had talked to the brother-in-law until I saw the trailer and Sam's stream. Sean, you're an idiot. Exactly, Alex. His word salad proves he has never dealt with law enforcement. Anyone else feel like their brains are filled with scrambled eggs with this nonsense? Yes, eggs and milk. Yes. Like, I'm not following. Tragic made the attic phone call. If you're served, you cooperate. And therefore, Tragic is in the same boat as whoever helped Sam do this with my brother. Nobody helped me. Well, the only person that helped me was my wife. I told you. She put the trailer together. She put the video together. I mean, she's great. That's who helped me. I still am not following where that has fuck all to do with Tragic or anything involving Tragic. I'm just, I don't know. Alex says, how? This confused the fuck out of me. Sean is just mad and now also obsessed since Mandi lied, saying Tragic tried flirting with her. No, Mandi, no one was flirting with you, fatso. Anyway, continue, Sean.
There was
So
a
what
male
she does.
voice in
Yeah.
one section of it. There's a male voice.
Yeah, nobody knew anything until that trailer dropped. Nobody. Like, not even my BF. Where's Tally 420? Where's my BFF on the internet? Not even my BFF on the internet knew. Nobody.
And to be honest with you, I don't think it's Tragic. I think it's somebody else.
That's true, Saucy Bun Brio. Sean has a better idea of the receiving end of law enforcement, such as having a mugshot taken for a domestic violence charge, which reminds me, we're going to be calling the police department that arrested Sean for domestic violence, because Mandi and Sean swear to this day that Sean has never been arrested for domestic violence and that he does not have a mugshot, even though we've seen the mugshot. We've seen the police report. We've seen it all. We're going to be calling and getting the final fucking answer on that.
Right.
But it doesn't really matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Some people have told us who they think it is.
And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, some people have told you who you think who is. Listen.
To be honest with you, I don't think it's Tragic. I think it's somebody else.
Right.
But it doesn't.
Really? Clara's in chat. And Mandi's saying, to be honest with you, I don't think it was Tragic. I think it was someone else. And wasn't it Trisha who somebody called 911 on Trisha? Trisha got the tape of the call and played it, and it sounded just like Tragic, but somebody else took credit for it, meaning whoever that was that took credit for it had to have used some sort of voice changing software to make it sound like Tragic. And then here we are, fast forward just a couple of months, and there is a phone call made to 911 on the attic. And when, of all people, Owl gets a copy of the call and it's played, it, oh my God, sounds just like Tragic again, which it didn't sound just like him. I mean, it sounded similar. I will give you that. But the 911 call that Trisha that Trisha got a copy of that was called in on her sounded kind of like tragic. Interesting. And I didn't catch this part. I didn't know she said that. Clara is in the chat and Mandi says, I don't think it was tragic. I think it was someone else. And they know because whoever it was the same person that called on Trisha and used some sort of voice changer to sound like tragic. AK and Alex, have you seen that? Did you see the live stream where Trisha played that 911 call and everyone thought it was tragic? And I know somebody said in my last stream that somebody claimed that call, like, and said they're the ones who did it, but I don't know who that was. Does anybody know? Hey Girl Hey says Owl was the first to claim Trisha's call too. Really? Really? Beglinda is learning to use AI to fake voices. She demonstrated that on her live stream on Saturday. She used my voice. You did see that, AK? I can ask Trisha to send me the file of the call. I'm happy to do that. Also, though, I would like to know who it was that claimed it.
As whoever helped Sam do this, that involved my brother.
There was
So
a
what
male
she does-
voice in
Yeah.
one section of it. There's a male voice, and to be honest with you, I don't think it's tragic. I think it's somebody else.
Right.
But it doesn't really matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Some people have told us who they think it is.
And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then the clip.
Oh, Alex says Mandi texted me right when the TT shit was going down. Really, Alex? Regarding that phone call? Mandi said TT was blaming tragic for it.
That she used in order.
I think I saw a screenshot about that, Alex. Can you put that screenshot of that text message that you're referring to in my DM, please? Thank you. I know you just recently posted it, and I know I recently read it.
And I love that that a lot of y'all aren't even talking about this in the chat, because that's what our chat is awesome.
Right.
Mandi's taken notice that her chat, their own supporters, are not even fucking listening or talking about it. They don't care.
That people can listen, 115 that are interested can listen. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to, and we're totally okay with that. Thank you. Hey guys, not a regular viewer, but I'm stopping by to say I'm sorry. I can't believe what's happening. It's gross. Thank you
for that. And that is the
yeah, you know what, K-Buns? I think so too. I think that both calls, the call to Trisha and the call to the attic, I think that it is DC and ATX working together privately behind the scenes, because that's what they do. Listen, Mandi has always been a behind the scenes shit stirrer. She has never done any of her shit out in the open. That is why all the way back from 2017, they have called Mandi the Snake. She has been ATX the Snake the whole fucking time, because that's how she has always been. And how does Clara do? Clara's the same. Just look at her activity in the freaking Discords. Hell, you can find more screenshots of Clara up to no good shit in Discords than literally anything else on the internet. P-Day says, yep, Mandi has always been a pick-me girl. Sure has. What's her stream title? Whose?
the community as a whole. They're saying, I mean, there are people, a couple content creators have mentioned it. I mean, we can't even read the chat on our, we have to look at that, don't we?
I even rebooted the iPad. Anyway, go ahead.
They're just literally sitting there. She said she rebooted the iPad and he's like, we can't even see the chat. That's because the chat's not moving and nobody's talking about your shit. Look at this. This has the actual like timestamps of each comment in the chat. Lady of Dolls and Critters at 12 minutes 59 seconds made a comment. There wasn't another comment till 13:12, 13:14. I mean, the chat is barely moving. And they're not talking about anything. Moxie, how's Precious Puppy? Hey, Moxie. Hi, Moxie. I miss your streams. Jude Carroll, hey, hun. I'm going to post an update today. She's a little better. D. Higgins, she's on task. Facts. Jude Carroll, wow, woo, Mock's been praying for sweet Sasha. Clara's on topic. Same. I've never dodged service. Monty Vintage, good vibes for Sasha. Here's Half Light. Hey guys, I'm not a regular viewer, but I'm stopping by to say hi. I'm sorry for what's happening to your family. It's gross. Jude Carroll says, hi, Christine. Chris, Red Hearts, Moxie. Everyone's been so kind. Thank you, Miss Christine.
That as a whole, there's a few people that she has affected their real life. They have.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, Mac Attack, I see you in the chat. Who are you talking about? Who has AK as the thumbnail? Oh, Clara. Is Clara live or is she scheduled to go live? I'm not keeping up.
Slipped into my, my
Okay.
DMs, whether it's.
I see now. Clara's stream title today is wild. Oh, we'll have to peek in on that. Hold on. Nikki P's back in the chat. Says, I'm back. I sent a clip of Trisha playing the call and blaming tragic. Want that resending? I had the name Hector written down with a question mark when I looked and I can't remember why. Oh, yes, please. I want to see that. Can you put it unlisted on your channel and send the link? Because if you send it to Twitter, I can't get it. I can't get it on Twitter. Unless you post it like publicly on Twitter and I can just go to your Twitter and play it, but don't DM it. Very good. Thank you so much for this super chat. Whip those double D bad boys out, Sean. Show us all who's boss. Assert dominance over those with smaller cups, including your wife. Very good. That was a fucking banger. Thank you for that.
Facebook. I'm Facebook friends.
Thank you, Nikki P.
With them or whatever, and
Thank you.
asking just if the family's all right. And I'd said to him, it is what it is. But the bottom line is this.
It was February 1st. Okay. Man, you know what? There was this one point back in 2020 when me and Yamba were still just like dating and I had my own apartment. And a matter of fact, truth be told, I'm pretty sure she was still living at that house with her baby daddy. It was before all that. Anyway, I mentioned on stream one day that I would kill for a green apple Jolly Rancher. And the next day, a box was delivered in the mail with a whole pound of green apple Jolly Ranchers. I would kill for a Jolly Rancher right now.
Family knows this. They know it was Sam Telfer was behind it. And the entire Kirley family knows about her.
Okay, I have it now.
As a matter of fact, in the interview, my brother mentions that when my mother's charity was mentioned a couple of years ago is when he first
wanted to approach her.
So that resonated with everybody. So you have a person that is.
So he's gaslighted the whole family. Oh boy. Okay.
Angry at me, really. We're not going to get into the personal business, but some of the things that happened the few days prior to this event were between me and my brother. Things that I said to him that I was holding him accountable for. So,
right, Bradley, speak it into existence. You know what, Agony Jones? I do love a cherry Jolly Rancher as well.
He's decided he was going to lash out at my wife.
Hold on. What?
And the few days prior to this event were between me and my brother. Things that I said to him that I was holding him accountable for. So he's decided he was going to lash out at my wife. And
Moxie, I just want to let you know, Moxie's prayers for you, Moxie. She's got something going on.
So he's again confirming that it was his brother. All these things are true. All right, thank you.
On with, I'm not.
Oh, we got it.
I said
okay,
I got
cool.
it. So, thank you, Moon and Stars, so much.
Look at Moxie. It's disgusting to search for family members to exploit like a cheetah on a gazelle, desperately seeking content. That's your friend, Moxie, the one who seeks out family members to exploit. They're the ones exploiting Sean's little brother. If this really truly was a matter of a mental health crisis and his brother being in a mental health crisis, then that is all that they should have said and not spoken another word on it. But what did they do? Exploited it, continued to exploit it for days and days, and will continue to exploit it, won't you, Sean and Mandi? Of course you will.
Thank y'all for like the prayers and that.
But know this in a nutshell before we go on, because I don't know how, we'll take this in another direction. Our family is okay. Mandi is hurt. And as far as like she was hurt by a family member that was mad at me.
I
That's
was
all.
not at all hurt mad at Sam. This is
Right.
what she
Yeah,
does.
yeah, this
you
is
know?
just-
Okay, so what if your little brother was mad at you and that is the, you know, that was the breaking point for him to go and talk mad shit on your wife? He still told the truth about your wife. He still confirmed everything we already knew about the piece of shit, worthless, racist, homophobic, absolute disgusting excuse for a human being that your wife is. So what if he did it because he was mad at you? What does that have anything to do with anything?
This is what she does.
I have been
And when I say
All right. Thank you, Nikki P. Let's see. Let's just go over there real quick. Oh, hold on. Ah, dang it.
This is the call.
Police at 163 Pine Hollow Road in Holly Ridge. My whole family is dead. How many people are there, sir? And how did it happen?
Exactly, Lisa Simpson. Mandi kicked off all this shit by talking shit about Ryan's girlfriend in the family group chat.
I flipped the
I don't even hear. Like, I don't know. I don't know what that was, but all right, there's that. Thank you so much, Nikki P.
man is hurt, I'm not speaking for her, but make no mistake that this was an attack on
Thank you,
her.
Aubrey. Yeah.
It was an attack on her. Now she's fine.
Yeah, your brother attacked the shit out of your wife, didn't he? And what did he attack her with? Truth. The truth. He told the truth about her. Didn't he? Boy, oh boy. I mean, you would not have categorized the truths that your brother spoke on your wife as an attack if he had said nice, truthful things about her.
Clip that she used was the clip where I said, when it comes to Sam, I have no bounds. And she cut it off. I put the full clip out there. We had to dig for it. It was back when we still had, actually, Karen Doug helped us get it.
Wait, what? Shit. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
That she used was the clip where I said, when it comes to Sam, I have no bounds.
I mean, it's nice to know you're watching, Mandith Jean. Where are we? 1544. Let me write that down. Everyone say hi to Mandith. Did you take it down? That's fine.
Okay, hold on.
Girl, I know you do that.
The clip that she used was the clip where I said, when it comes to Sam, I have no bounds. And
You said, when it comes to Sam, I have no boundaries. I will not say. I still don't see the point she's trying to make in this. I played the whole clip.
Cut it off. I put the full clip out there. We had to
I love you too, baby.
dig for it. It was back when we still had, actually, Karen Doug helped us get it. The heart behind us. The part you didn't hear is when it says, in regards to things I say. And
I abso-fucking-lutely included that. Excuse me. Let me see. I don't know if it's on here. Hold on. Let me see.
when it comes to Sam, I have absolutely no boundaries that I won't say with her. When it comes to Sam, I have absolutely no boundaries that I won't say with her.
That's the clip. It's right here. That's the clip that was used in the trailer. That's the clip that was used in the video. That is the clip that I have loaded into my StreamYard so I can push one button and play
When
it.
it comes to Sam, I have absolutely no boundaries that I won't say with her.
Yeah, how does that change how does that change the gist of what you said? I mean, you might have said that I won't say with her, but no. You're trying to now go back and what? You're trying to play semantics? Give me a fucking break. No. Anyway. And it's crazy because like this isn't the first time that she like literally she posted that. She posted the clip, the little video clip while I was live the other day playing the call. Like she was like what? Somehow discrediting me in some way.
Anyways, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
But her defense that she contacted him.
There was nothing cut off at the end though, Sharon. Nothing. This is the clip. And you can tell I took the clip that I pushed the button on here. I took it right out of the trailer.
When it comes to Sam, I have absolutely no boundaries that I won't say with her.
And again, and what's your point? You still said you have no boundaries. So, oh, do you mean that? Okay, so wait, when you're specifying that you have no boundaries that you won't say with me, so is that you admitting that you will literally say anything, even if it's a fucking lie? Because that's absolutely what you've done for literal years. You've even paid people in my real life to make up absolute fucking garbage trash lies about me. You have paid people from my real life to do this. And then you posted the receipts of the payments, $400 fucking dollars. Uh-oh, where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Huh.
I mean, that she did not contact him.
She has a new community post, eggs and milk. Wait, what did she just say? Hold on.
Family member that was mad at me.
I
That's
was
all.
not at all hurt mad at Sam. This is what she does.
Yeah, this is just what she does.
I have been.
And when I say Mandy is hurt, I'm not speaking for her, but make no mistake that this was an attack on
Thank you,
her.
Aubrey. Yeah.
It was an attack on her. Now she's fine.
The clip that she used was the clip where I said, when it comes to Sam, I have no bounds. And she cut it off. I put the full clip out there. We had to dig for it. It was back when we still had, actually, Karen Doug helped us get it, the heart behind us. The part you didn't hear is when it says, in regards to things I say. And anyways, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
But her defense that she contacted him, I mean, that she did not contact him, that thank you, Mama Ricky, that he came to her,
Makes it
that
worse.
he approached her. How does that make it?
Yo.
Did you not realize that someone approaching you that wants to talk about their brother and their brother's wife is not something that a lot of people do? And I know it was perfect for you. You were super excited, but it doesn't speak highly for, and the other thing I wanted to bring up.
She has not finished. She's not finished one statement, one thought, one sentence. She's literally like, I can't, how can I even answer you? Like,
and the other thing I wanted to bring up that some people may not remember is Samantha has done this before several times, but she did this before.
I went forward instead of back. Sorry.
Cut it off. I put the full clip out there.
I did not cut it off.
To dig for it. It was back when we still had, actually, Karen Doug helped us get it, the heart behind us. The part you didn't hear is when it says, in regards to things I say. And anyways, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
But her defense that she contacted him, I mean, that she did not contact him, that thank you, Mama Ricky, that he came to her,
Makes it
that
worse.
he approached her. How does that make it?
How does that make it what? How does that make it okay? It does. He's a grown ass fucking man. He contacted me. These are the things he had to say about you and Sean, his brother. Yes, he knew I was going to make content out of it. That's what he wanted. Yes, it makes it okay. You want to know why it makes it okay? Arabia. Julian's mom. Yaba's kid's dad. That's what makes it okay. Right? Right, Mandy?
When it comes to Sam, I have absolutely no boundaries that I won't say with her. Do not realize.
Hold on. I want to show you guys the community tab post. Look at this shit. Look at it 9 minutes ago. It's a family thing. You wouldn't understand. That's right, Mandy, because you are the only person on the planet that belongs to a family. We wouldn't understand family things. We wouldn't understand curly family things. That's for damn sure. You got that right. None of us seated here today understand a curly family thing. Hashtag curly strong. Hashtag curly strong. She's dead ass serious about it too. I feel like that should be on a shirt. I feel like that should be like on a commemorative shirt. Hashtag curly strong. What do you guys think? Mandy, you guys should have shirts made. Hashtag curly strong t-shirts. Meanwhile, I have my own commemorative t-shirt that I made that I have listed in the merch store. There's the link to it. Don't be fooled that it says in the link Minty B. I just copied it. Anyway, share this tab instead. The I Survived the Curly Family Intervention 2024 commemorative t-shirt is available in my merch store, Sam Tefler the merch, for $25 plus shipping, available in sizes small through extra large, white, heather gray. It says black is sold out. It's not. You can get black. I'll fix it. So yeah, commemorative t-shirt. Get yours today. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for this super chat. In my humble opinion, her scrambled brains work on a 13-minute delay before they hit a dead end. Thank you so much for the super chat. I Survived the Curly Family Intervention 2024. Available now. I don't know. I feel like I should literally take this and make it into a t-shirt. Hashtag curly strong. It's a family thing. You wouldn't understand. In fact, I'm going to, but I'm not going to offer them for sale. Maybe I will. We'll see. I'll have to think on it.
Realize that someone approaching you that wants to talk about their brother and their brother's wife is not something that a lot of people do. And I know it was perfect for you. You were super excited, but
You bet your fucking ass I was. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll since it's been a while since we played the call. We've had 524 votes. 524 votes. 72% say Ryan sounded perfectly sane on that phone call. 27% said that he does not. So thank you for all of you who voted. 524 votes. We appreciate you.
doesn't speak highly for and the other thing I wanted to bring up that
Dodge says, please make one for those who survived walking away from the 300. I will. I'll make a note.
some people may not remember is Samantha has done this before several times, but she did this before with Pirate's mother.
Mhm.
Pirate's mother has serious.
That is not true. You're a fucking liar. Pirate's mother was a member of the community. She was in the drama community. She was a known person in the drama community. Why was Pirate's mother in the drama community? Because she had to come to the drama community to defend herself against her daughters talking shit about her. That had fuck all to do with me. It's not my fault or problem that woman happened to be Pirate's mother. She was in the community. We were friends. So what?
Issues, and she has been estranged from Pirate for quite some time.
So what? Rissa says Pirate's mom wanted to be friends with all of us in the community. She did, and she was friends with plenty of people in the community. Her name was Martha. She was on YouTube. Why are you bringing Pirate into this? I don't know if she does it in this stream or if it's in the one from last week. I don't know. But within the last week, she's been saying Pirate's name quite a bit on YouTube, bringing her into it. Not only has she been saying, she's not just saying Pirate's name, she's bringing Pirate into shit and telling bold-faced fucking lies on Pirate at that. I don't think you should be doing that.
Not only did Samantha hook up with her, she took pictures with her. She went to lunch with her.
Yeah, we went to lunch together on Mother's Day. She was alone on Mother's Day. What's the problem? She's a delightful woman. She was all alone on Mother's Day. I brought lunch to her and we had lunch together. We actually had lunch together several times.
All in an attempt to get back like at Pirate. She had no desire to be friends with her.
Right.
Like, look, we know now she hasn't mentioned her since. Hey, Claire.
Why would I continue to go on? Martha is not in the community any longer. Why? Why is Martha no longer in the community? Because the DC blew up. There is no more DC. The DC, the OG DC went away back in 2020. That's why she's not around anymore. Why would I still be talking about her 4 years later? Why? I check in with Martha periodically. I absolutely do. And she checks in with me.
She hasn't, nothing, because what ended up happening, which is hilarious, Pirate said, enjoy that. Now you have her on that ass forever.
Yep.
But she's done it before. This is not the first time
This is not the same. This is nowhere, like, you are so out of line, Amanda Jane.
She's done
And
it.
she doesn't care about the family member. This is one of the things that I always say. When she reaches out and says, hey, will you do this? Or she gets somebody else in her team to do something for her, which it appears that might have happened. There was a lot of splices.
Exactly.
But
is he fucking serious? There was a lot of splices. Yes, we took the best parts of the phone call and put them into the first 10-minute video. Because who's going to sit there and listen to a almost 2-hour-long phone conversation? What are you talking about? Anyway. Didn't Mandi seek out Arabia? Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
she doesn't give a shit about them. You know, my brother's sitting up impatient here.
That's on you, Sean. That's on you and your freak ass family. Ain't got shit to do with me. And yeah, I don't give a fuck about your brother. I don't know that man. Why should I? Why should I give a fuck about a Kirley? Any of them. I don't. I won't. Do they give a fuck about me? No. So why should I?
And you think that, but the little gain that Sam thought she got or thinks she got with her circle, that doesn't matter. His sanity doesn't matter, let alone any.
Dude, I don't have a circle. I don't have a fucking circle. I have a straight fucking line. And that straight line goes from me to my wife and back. That's what the fuck I have. I don't have a circle, a gaggle, a little circle of little hens on the internet that I text with and me and my wife text with. And no. That's you and your woman, and your little circle's messy as fuck because you have little old hens dropping out of your circle, left, right, front, center. Every time you turn around, one of Mandi and Sean's little circle of hens is dropping out and running and dropping screenshots and telling all the secrets and all the business. I don't have a fucking circle, motherfucker. I got a straight line between me and my wife. You write that down. You might want to try it.
Anybody else's.
Well, in a matter of fact, she turned around in her same move and said, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there, even though you probably didn't know it was recorded. And he said something like, this is not to be put on the internet.
Well, she posted that.
And she posted it.
No, I didn't. I didn't post where he said this is not to be put on the internet. Show me. Show me where I posted that. Look at them. Look at these two fucking jabronis. Hold on. Let me pull up my Ryan Kirley file. Here it is. That screenshot's not on my, it's not on my computer. It's on my phone. Anyway. Hold on. Damn it. It won't open. Is it because it's already open? I don't know. Anyway, I'll find the screenshot. I only put out literally 1.5 screenshots of the Facebook message, and that's not what was said. Hold on. Facebook user. All right. Man, there was a lot. I mean, it is a lot just in the Facebook DMs. That don't even include the 2-hour phone call. And y'all have only heard 10 minutes and seen one screenshot. All right. This is what it said. It says, I know you will show this on your YouTube page, although I wish you wouldn't. I'm taking a big risk here. I no longer feel safe. Hold on, let me put it on the screen. This is what I've shown. Hold on. Yeah, and turns out he was right. All right. Oh, look. Oh, good. It went straight to PNG. Sometimes it doesn't. Here. It's right. It's down here where he says, I know. Ooh, look at that. I know you will show this on your YouTube page, although I wish you wouldn't. I'm taking a big risk here, but I no longer feel safe around her. Is that big enough for you, Sean? Oh, sorry. Wicked Crafter, I got to take that off the board. Oh, there we go. Is that big enough? And can you see it? Is it big enough? And can you see it? Real quick, there's a picture of Jackie boy. Jackpot Jackie. I know you will show this on your YouTube page, although I wish you wouldn't. I'm taking a big risk here, but I no longer feel safe around her. Allie, excellent point. If my dad had a heart procedure 1 week prior to this, I would have never gone to them. With that being said, I wouldn't have ran like little tattletales to my parents. That's the real crime here. I can't believe y'all ran to your parents with this shit.
She wanted to fuck him over too. She used him and fucked him over. That's what she
did. I used him. Tell me how I used him. This man came to me. How did I use this motherfucker when he is the one who came to me? Okay, Mandi.
She's telling people, and at this point, I've thought about it. I just don't think that she has the mental or psychological capacity to understand like second and third order effects of her impulses to do stuff. It's telling.
Yes, I do. Y'all think that I'm unhinged and that I have no impulse control. I absolutely think everything through, probably to a fault. And I will have you know that I absolutely consulted with legal before I did this. Abso-fucking-lutely. That's why I said whatever. It's sent. So why don't you send that cease and desist? Don't care. Speaking of which, I have these screenshots lined up for you all because I find this hilarious. So this is dated May 2nd of 2023. There's old Mandith. Samantha and Yaba are truly the village idiots. I really thought it was a rumor she was going to stream the court session. I thought surely she was smarter than that. And I am, because I never streamed the court session. She's talking about, I guess, that whatever court hearing was back in May of 2023 between Hussey and Clara, I'm sure. I never streamed the court session. Anyway, she says, do you think tomorrow is a bad day for her to find out I have filed for a protection order against her? What protection order? You never filed shit on me. And if you did file a protection order on me, there's only 2 places you could have filed that protection order. Forsyth County, Georgia, or Floyd County, Indiana. Well, that narrows it down, doesn't it, Mandith? And which she didn't, but if she had actually filed a protective order on me and they just simply were unable to get me served, the filing would still be a matter of court record, would it not? Of course it would. So if I were to call Forsyth County, Georgia Clerk of Courts and ask if Mandi Kirley ever or anyone in the Kirley family ever filed a protection order against me, they would tell me, wouldn't they? They would. You're a big fat fucking liar. Do I need to make that call? You're watching. Can you take to community tab posts and answer since you don't use Twitter anymore? Here's another one in April. So this is a month before that, Mrs. ATX. But I've not touched her real life. You haven't? Arabia, Jessica, Jesse. Yes, you have. That reminds me, I never finished telling the story about how we know that they actually did contact Yaba's baby daddy. I'll have to come back to that real quick. This one. I have not contacted one single real life family member or agency about her. You're lying. You contacted Yaba's baby daddy. You contacted Jessica. You contacted Arabia. She readily admits contacting my family members, and you've seen the receipts. The falling out was 3 years ago. How much longer does she intend to go in real life with us? Okay, so my daughter, she doxed the shit out of my daughter. She absolutely did. So, long story short, this was what, back in 2021, right? It was shortly after. So, this clip right here was September of
Follow us.
2020.
The second thing you heard it here, and she's live streaming it right on her channel. Yaba is
Yeah, somebody has actually called my dad twice.
not leaving her husband. She is not leaving her home. So make your little copies of it. Say it to your people. Yaba is not leaving her husband. Okay? She's not. Matter of fact, I'm hearing he doesn't even know what's going on, and it's real close to him finding out. Now, we're not doing that, but somebody may.
It's a certified letter away.
A certified letter away. Well, yeah. They did contact her kid's dad shortly after this. And the way we found out about it was so crazy. So we were at home in Yaba's apartment one night, and Ray was in her bedroom on her iPad. And she was logged into her YouTube account. She's got, YouTube Kids or whatever. So Ray was logged into her YouTube account, and she called us in there because she needed help, because she was trying, I guess Ray would like go to her history and her YouTube to, find her video she wanted to watch or whatever. No, it's fine. So she said she needed help because she couldn't find her videos. Now she was 4 years old at the time or whatever. So I go in there to look at her iPad to see why she needs help or whatever. And in the history section of the YouTube, it's our videos. And we're literally sitting there watching in real time video after video pop up in the history. And it's a very specific search history. They're literally searching Sam Tefler, Yaba, ATX. That's what's being searched. And ATX is in the search. Like, it's not just searching Sam Tefler or searching. Yeah, it was searching specifically Sam Telfer, Yaba, ATX. These two motherfuckers contacted her kid's dad because they thought that he was cheating on her with me. So they thought they were exposing her for cheating on him, even though by this point, her relationship with that man had been over for literally a couple of years before me and her got together. Me and Yaba getting together was never, it wasn't like what they did, where they were in relationships with people when, Mandi was married. Okay. No, it wasn't like that. Anyway, they did contact him, and they told him my YouTube channel, told him who, that Mandi, I'm Mrs. ATX on YouTube, and he went searching. And the reason why we were able to see it is because he picked up the iPad that Ray had left over at his house when she was there. I guess she had an iPad for over there, and then she had an iPad, at Yaba's place. But they were both, signed into her little YouTube account. And her dad, when he gets off the phone with Mandi and Sean, picks up the iPad and starts searching. And that's how real fucking time, we knew the day that they contacted him, the day that they talked to him, because we saw it all happening real time on that YouTube search. history search. Isn't that fucking crazy? And yes, we asked him flat out and he said, yes, they contacted me. Anyway, I mean, they didn't tell him anything he didn't already know. Like, he knew who I was. He knew who, the reason he went searching is because he was trying to figure out who the hell an ATX was. Like, who is this wacko from the internet calling me, telling me what I already fucking know about my own life? So y'all are the ones who took a swing and a miss, reached out and contacted Yaba's kid's dad, somebody in our real life, a family member in our real fucking life. You're the ones who didn't get the outcome and the result that you thought you were. That shit did not go down the way you think it did. Yep, he'd already known about Ron and how they go real life. He already knew. He knew everything. What he didn't know is who the fucking ATX was and why a fucking ATX was fucking on his phone or whatever. A certified letter, whatever the case was. I don't really remember at this point. But go ahead and sit there on in your stupid little chair in your kitchen and your rented modular home in the bumfuck hills of Georgia and tell us more about how Sam goes too far going real life. Fuck you, Mandi. Fuck you, Sean. Fuck your mom. Fuck your dad. Fuck your brother. Fuck your other brother. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck your kids too. By the way, I don't give a fuck. Sean Kirley has 2 of the most homely looking daughters I've ever seen in my fucking life. I know he's got 3 daughters. I can't readily recall what the other one looks like, but 2 of his 3, homely. They look just like fucking Sean. It really is a shame. What happened? Did y'all mess with my download? Hold on. I gotta reload it. Slide it over. Hold on. Let me reshare it. This dirty bitch, the nerve of her. So now y'all know the truth of it. Yes, the fuck she contacted Yaba's kid's dad. Yes, she did. She thought that I don't know what she thought was going to happen, but what kind of motherfucker contacts a woman's baby daddy and says, hey, your woman's cheating on you? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Not what happened, but what did you think was going to happen? It's true, babe. Yeah, you want to talk about some unfortunate looking kids. Sean Kirley's daughters, unfortunate looking. And it's shocking because like his kid's mom, like she's a decent looking girl, like she's definitely not homely, but boy, she popped out 3 daughters with that man and all 3 of them look just like him. And I mean, they are homely. Anyway. Oh yeah. And then there was Arabia and then there was Jessica. And you should have left Jessica the fuck out of that shit. Mandi knew. Oh, speaking of what Mandi knew about Jessica, Mandi knew Jessica was a drug addict. Absolutely. She knew that Jessica was a homeless, degenerate drug addict who never could get her shit together and take care of her kids. I did not mean to close that one. I have to put it back up there. This is a screenshot. And look, who took the screenshot? Mandi herself took this screenshot. This is a comment from Monday, February 26th, 2018, which I'll have you know at that time, Jessica, Julian's mother, lived with me. Okay. This is a comment that Mandi left on this jabroni's comment section and says, Sam took care of that son like he was blood. She also has taken care of his mother, in quotation marks, tenfold more than any of us would have, solely in his honor. Say again why that boy wasn't her son. That's right. She left that comment. She screenshotted it herself. She sent it to me. She was so proud of herself. Anyway. Oh, wait. Just in case Mandi's still watching, you still watching, Mandi? Were you watching earlier where I showed that you doxed Sean's parents and their home address on Twitter? You're not the one who marked out their home address. I am. This original tweet It might still even be on her Twitter. God knows she's not going to be able to find it to go delete it. Go look on her Twitter. Scroll back to May 3rd, 2023. Search the word Sean's service or just service, whatever. Go look. It's not redacted. She doxed Sean's parents' address on Twitter her damn self. It's been sitting on her Twitter for over a year now. Anyway. Where's the one that I took down that I wanted to leave up? Hold on. Whatever. I'll come back to it. Here we go. Back to you, Mandi and Sean.
Hurt by a family member that was mad at me.
I was not at all mad at Sam. This is what she does.
Yeah, this is just what she does.
I have been.
And when I say Mandy is hurt, I'm not speaking for her, but make no mistake that this was an attack on her.
Thank you, Aubrey. Yeah.
It was an attack on her. Now she's fine.
The clip that she used was the clip where I said, when it comes to Sam,
what the hell?
Not only did Samantha hook up with her, she took
gain that Sam thought she got or thinks she got with her circle. That doesn't matter. His sanity doesn't matter, let alone anybody else's.
Well, in a matter of fact, she turned around in her same move and said, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there, even though you probably didn't know it was recorded. And he said something like, this is not to be put on the internet.
Well, she posted that.
And she posted
that.
No, I didn't. I just showed that. You're stupid and you lie.
At the end of the day, she wanted to fuck him over too. She used him and fucked him over. That's what
so she's telling people. And at this point, I've thought about it.
Oh, Arts and Crafts says, I worked in the fine dining industry, bar for years. Fine dining restaurant bar industry for years, and I can tell that woman is an alcoholic by the way her face looks.
Thought about it. I just don't think that she has the mental or psychological capacity.
Oh, good point, Allie. If Ryan was mad at Sean, why did he say how much he loved his brother? Keep lying.
To understand like second and third order effects of her impulses to do stuff. It's telling when you know that she's got adoptive families that have they don't want anything to do with her, because probably at some point, I don't know, when she was a teenager, when she was in her 20s or whatever, she did something to where they just went, look, enough, go away. So she doesn't care about the person that gave the interview, and this is where I'm going to go back to.
Bitch, did your wife care about Jessica when she paid her $200 to leave that comment under a live stream? Did she care about the mother of a dead child when she did that? No, she didn't. Shut the fuck up.
To that other Tragic. She does not care about Tragic. She coerces Tragic into calling a fire department. And
how the fuck? Where do you come up with this? Where do you come up with the storyline that I coerced Tragic into calling the fire brigade? When, where, and since when, and why? You're a liar. You're not helping yourself by making up ridiculous shit. You're just not.
And to the point where, Tragic's sitting back there going, oh, it's AI. And, people are lambasting him. They're throwing him these texts out about where he was asking around for $30 for Kratom or something like that.
He sent out random requests.
Yeah, dude, just go get a job.
And the only reason I know that's total, there's someone in our neighborhood who was like, yeah, this person I met one time. And I gave him a few dollars, sent out requests to everyone because needed their thing or whatever.
For $30, it is easier. You could go work for 2 hours at Taco Bell and have that money.
Exactly.
But why I'm getting at that is because now at this point, he has made a phone call to a 911 call. Was it 911 or non-emergency? I don't know. And got the authorities involved. They're trying to serve him. And like I said, 5 minutes into this thing, there's nothing says I'm guilty than not opening your door. If you're not guilty, just get your summons and go. And
what is he talking about? I'm lost. Again, this senile old grandpa man has somehow wandered off from the fucking conversation. And it's like Joe Biden up there. Like, what is going on, dude? Get your senile old man and bring him back to the fucking plot, Mandi. Nudge him or something. What the fuck does this have to do with anything? What are you talking about? And as I've said before, if you're hinting around that you got something to serve me with, well, you didn't serve me last May when your wife said you tried to send me a cease and desist and an order of protection. That never fucking happened. Like, if you're listen, just send it to my attorney, sir.
Prove that you're innocent.
Yeah, let's call Sean Biden. Oh, Biden over there.
This is what Sam
That motherfucker has wandered off.
has done to you. So
Yeah.
sooner or later, and then when whatever happens to you,
Non-emergency.
whatever becomes of you from this situation, I mean, you're already mud.
Right.
You know, everyone's laughing at you.
Nobody's laughing at me. Nobody. They're laughing with me. Sean, there's a difference.
You know, save your name.
Right.
Go save your name. Answer the door. Say, yes, sir. I'll
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Is he talking to me or Tragic? I have no idea.
take this. What time do I have to be in court? And go.
Yeah.
And then when you get hammered with whatever happens to you, Sam will be done with you.
Yeah, Mandy. Old Biden next to you sundowning. You need to make sure you're doing your streams with old man Biden over there before lunchtime. So that's what? Before 11 a.m. before he starts sundowning.
She'll be done with you.
Yep.
You know?
The I never address this just because it's so silly, but this whole ATX is on drugs mantra that they run with, I don't give a fuck that that's what you think.
See, the same exact response to the you guys say we're racist. I don't give a fuck. You say I'm on drugs. I don't give a fuck. That's their tell. That's how you know. Because everybody knows you're on drugs, Mandy. We knew you were on drugs. We can see that you're on drugs. Your brother-in-law confirmed that you're on drugs, that you're definitely geeked out. And what's her response? I don't care. Same response as when he confirmed she's a racist. I don't care.
Or that you use it to try to insult me. I don't care. So you can keep using it and I can keep not giving a shit. But
You're right. You're absolutely right. You sure can.
it is completely and totally irrelevant to me what you think. Same thing with calling me racist. Why would I sit there and stress about it if I know I'm not? He told us, Mama Ricky told us what xenophobe is. It's we hate every other race other than, I guess, Caucasians. That's what is xenophobe.
I mean, it was such a maniacal rant.
My history with dudes, I like.
I mean, it's like it doesn't matter.
Your ex-husband, who you married right after high school graduation because you got pregnant, is a Caucasian man. And then you were married to him, had 2 kids. For over 20 years, you were married to him. And then before your marriage ended with him, you got with Sean Kirley here, who is also a Caucasian male. So what? I'm now I'm lost. What race is her cousin? Caucasian.
Here's the thing.
Thank
Anybody
you.
that said, wow, this is drama. Oh my gosh, Sam's doing
Right, Jay.
this or Sam's going to release this. People leaned in. And within about 2 minutes of hearing this voice that was on the other
Oh, thank you, Clark. Says xenophobe is more territorial racism. It's fear of other countries.
side, they were like, that dude's not okay. That's not okay. And so they, leading up to them hearing the voice, they see where Sam puts out there a text or a Facebook from him saying, I really wish you wouldn't make this public. And Sam said, I don't fucking care.
Still care.
I'm going to put your rant. I'm going to put your, because.
Yeah. Why else would the fuck he contact me with the rant? What, just to get it off his chest? If that were the case, he should have said, look, I just need a shoulder to cry on. I just need someone to hear my tears. No, that's not what happened. Why else would he come to me if he did not want this shit on the internet? If he did not want to punish you by humiliating you and your wife? I gave him exactly what he came looking for. Exactly. Busted Can of Biscuits, thank you so much for the super chat. I'll say it. Just because you know people of another race doesn't mean you can't be racist. Thank you so much, Busted Can of Biscuits.
you listen to that. We know our family. We know when we're listening to it, it was like, as hateful as he was, he was on the precipice of something.
I've never
Exactly. And now they're trying to punish him back.
heard him like that.
He was on the
before.
precipice.
You've never gaslighting like a motherfucker. Listen to this shit.
I've never heard him like that.
He was on the
before. It was
precipice or
bad.
whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody that listened to it knows that. Everybody that heard it, came in. There's people that don't even like us that are like, it's whatever.
Oh, dear God, Scout. No, we have not got to that part, but I've heard that part. I don't know if we'll get to it today. We're already going on 3 hours. Holy crap. EJ, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. Why would you treat Sean's brother better than they do? Good question. Thank you for that, EJ.
But, God bless y'all, because not only for what Sam did, but hopefully that you can,
Look at the size and shape of Sean's tits. Do you see that? Can I go full screen? Look at that. I swear to God, look at it. I mean, you can literally see the outline of the entire breast. Look at that. I'm on StreamYard, so here. Hold on. I'm just gonna do. Hold on. Wait. Damn it. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Scoot over. Oh, girl, I don't even know. Mark up. We'll put a block over it. Okay, so you can't see his head. All right. Babe, I don't know. We'll have to text her and ask her. Now you tell me if you can tell if that is a man or a woman if you can't see the face. Tell me that don't look just like she's sitting next to her sister or maybe her elderly mother. I don't know. That's a solid D cup. I agree 100%. All right. Anyway. Oh, wait, that's not what I want. This is going to get confusing. Let me close that. Shoot. Hold on. Video playback. There we go. Continue. I can't be
Put
here
this
all
where it
day.
needs to go.
Thank you.
But I said before, I don't
Mac Attack said, them's lady boobs.
think at this point, I mean, like if someone came to us and in our small circle, and we know content creators, if someone ran that
Brioche says, I think Mandi was streaming with her brunch partner.
across us, like DC Media Girl or somebody said, I'm going to run this. This is what I'm going to put this out there. We would have said, and they would have said the same thing to us. You can't do that. That is somebody that is not okay. Right. Don't.
Fuck off. Jessica Lynn Parmalee is somebody who is not okay. That bitch is a drug addict. She can't even manage to keep a roof over her kids' heads. That woman is not okay. Did you give a fuck about her? You realize Jessica Parmalee is responsible for her 14-year-old son's death. 100% responsible for that boy's death. She knew good and well that she gave the keys to her dad's minivan to her boyfriend who had been drinking and smoking weed all day. And she gave him those keys and she let her son get in the car with him. And he is dead now. That woman is not okay. Did you think about that before you sent her $200 on Cash App and asked her to type a message into a live stream involving that dead son? Fuck you.
Do that. And it just leads me to believe that two things. Number one, Sam doesn't have somebody in her circle that is brave enough or smart enough to tell.
I don't have a circle, Sean. You write that shit down right the fuck now. I don't have a circle, motherfucker. It's me and my wife. And yes, we talked about it and she supports every fucking thing I do. And if she doesn't support it, I don't fucking do it. Write it down.
Tell her how bad that is.
Mhm.
That's the first thing. And number two, I honestly think that Sam doesn't understand that. She's like, I want to get, oh my God, I can get at Mandi ATX. Well, you're not. There might be some temporary hurt there or whatever, but at the end of the day,
No, Chloe, it sounds like he needs to step out of the fucking circle. He needs to step out of the little circle of little elderly women that sit around and cluck like little hens. Sean, step out of the fucking circle.
And look like the piece of shit that you are, and that is why. I mean, she's going to have her small group of people that are like, you got them. But I just really, really don't think that at this juncture, she psychologically or cognitively, intellectually understands that.
No.
Her impulse behavior takes over.
How many people have my number? Maybe 3. And every last one of them goes back from day fucking 1. New people, not so much. No. How many people have Yaba's number? 0. Hell, Wendy from Dr. Phil can't even ring Yaba directly. I'll have you know.
Oh, and I know it's not really anything against this person, although I've noticed that they go like they kind of get in where they can fit in. I don't know.
Rachel Langley has your number. I know she does. I'm not sure who else. Maybe Randall, old drive-through Randall.
A lot about you, Luna Sonata. But I saw a screenshot where you said you cannot wait to see how triggered I am when I see that these videos or whatever has in the last 7 years. Has anyone ever seen me come on here and completely lose my shit?
Yes. Yes. Here we go. They didn't have to wait long. It's right here. This is you. This is how fucking triggered you were. Yeah, they didn't have to wait very long.
Well,
right?
Not since you've been with me.
That's what I'm saying.
Not since you've been with me.
I think the last time it happened was the
one they keep bringing up again where
No, the one where the running rings that I was gonna get or whatever.
Oh,
she
yeah,
doxed my phone number.
Oh, yeah.
But so
that's funny that she brings up the very same stream that I have the clip from of her saying that they were gonna send Jesse a certified letter. This one, see, Janice the liar doxed my phone number. That's what this stream was about. That's so funny that they mentioned the very same stream that I have a clip from. That is so funny. I love that. It's crazy, ain't it?
And what anybody who sits around and waits for someone to be triggered by a relative talking about them it's a very strange thing. Like I was gonna say, what did I
K Buns, thank you so much for reminding us of that. Yes. Hold on, it's going on the board. K-Bun says, you made a fool of yourself when you insisted on being on Randy's channel to cry about her saying you were high and she wiped the floor with you, Mandi. That's true. Matter of fact, I have that stream. I sure do. Hold on. Let me let this play while I look for it. I have it unlisted.
I sleep with your did I sleep with your husband or something? Then I was like, oh, you know how that used to be an argument. Why are you so mad? Did I sleep with your husband or something?
Between the two of us, when people try to troll us, they put these troll, things out here like you and I can
Kelly.
just
shut up, Sean. Here it is.
I don't know if you knew that.
It's
so when
one.
you start,
No.
they have doxed my house. They've doxed my address. They've called the
That's great. We'll watch that another time. But see, it's right here. I've got it. Don't you worry, Mandi.
that we can just go wherever we want to go and just get with whoever we want to get.
Exactly. That's
Both
the
of
thing
us.
too. Yeah, so there's going to be an interview where we find out who Sean plowed.
Did you guys hear that?
And
There's someone.
lost his job.
Oh my God, this is it, everybody. Okay, cringe warning. All right. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Where is my here? I'm going to ring the maraca. Cringe warning, you guys. Serious. serious fucking cringe warning. Oh my God. I cannot warn you enough. Everybody, Lord have mercy. Chicken legs in the chat. What you're about to hear is going to be more cringy than Sean's fucking chicken legs. Listen. Oh my God. Listen.
The post office because he had sex with someone. Well, we've already told you there's nothing you can do to get fired from the post
So
office.
those of y'all that don't know, because there's 180 people in the
Hey,
chat.
Loretta. Jude, yes.
Somebody puts a troll comment, and they keep bringing up. They said an interview is coming, and we're going to interview a person who was like either the person's spouse or the person that I plowed. That's what they, So when
I've never seen that. I guess they must be knocking the troll out of there before the comment shows, because I've never seen or heard anyone say that.
somebody told us who it was doing that, the word plow, do women, I'm asking you guys, you don't use the word plow. That's definitely a guy thing.
I didn't even know it was a term synonymous with
So
sex. I
the
had
word
no idea.
plowing somebody is having sex with somebody. So
Like rough.
well, just having sex. But see, the person that, if it is who everyone's telling us it is, you don't use the word plow. You stop using that at about 14 or whatever the age is that you actually do have sex. You realize that plow is not applicable. But if this is the person that I'm told it is, his ex has come up on the net and said that he can't even perform anyway.
He's got hidden penis.
Yeah, he's got.
It's an obesity related.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. We feel for you, dude.
But we are waiting with bated breath for an interview.
I am.
To see
we really who
are. It is.
I would love to see. I would love. I mean, there's nothing at all that is going to be funnier than whoever, even if whether it's someone you know or it's someone that they dig up. I want it to be a good story.
Another point.
I really adults don't use that term.
They don't use that term.
It's
used by an adolescent male who can't get any. That's who it's used by.
All right, guys, cringe warning. Yeah, the cringe hasn't even happened yet. Here it comes. I'm dead ass serious.
I mean, come on.
Step away if you can't handle it.
There's another term. My girls know this too. Are the ones on here that Sean.
My girls, the ones on here. Now you have to understand the majority of Mandi's girls on YouTube are elderly fucking women.
Don't use that term.
They don't use that term. It's used by an adolescent male who can't get any. That's who it's used by. I mean, come on.
There's another term. My girls know this too. Are the ones on here that Sean and I always joke around. There's another term that we joke around that's a very junior high type of a term that's similar to plow. It's like
saying, "Did you finger her?"
I mean, I know that's crude,
it's
but
so crude,
it's like, and when you think about back in the day,
it's not crude, it's cringe, and I can't fucking believe he said it. And then she said it.
You might have used that term. Like, well, what did you? Well, I let him. Oh my God!
What?
I know, but I mean, that's what I'm.
Why is he saying it? Listen, the way he said it, the way he also said it, like, I mean, granted, it was just a few weeks ago that Sean finally came out and admitted that he is, in fact, a lesbian. I mean, this is now more confirmation that Sean is a lesbian. Look at him. Look at how intently he's looking at her. He knows what she's about to say, and it is literally exciting him. Look at the excitement in his face. I'm going to tap it back just a little here.
Too are the ones on here that Sean and I always joke around. There's another term that we joke around that's a very junior high type of a term that's similar to plow. It's like
saying, "Did you finger her?"
I mean, I know that's crude,
it's
but
so crude,
like, and when you think about back in the day, you might have used that term. Like, well, what did you?
Yeah.
Well, I let him.
Oh, God. Sky Fairy, possibly. I'm going to make you guys listen to that shit one more time. Only because I know Mandi's watching, and I just really love making Mandi watch not only herself be a terribly embarrassing, cringe Master. She's a master of the cringe. But I love making her watch Sean look like the absolute fucking tool he is. Hey, guys, there's Wendy from the Dr. Phil show. Wendy, nice to see you. Wendy from the Dr. Phil show says, I love that Mandi is gearing up to say it and he steps on her moment and blurts it out. He always does. Wendy, he always does. Wendy from Dr. Phil. Everybody, a round of applause in the chat for Wendy from Dr. Phil.
Around. There's another term that we joke around that's a very junior high type of a term that's similar.
Wendy said, by the way, Samantha, I can call Yaba directly, ma'am. The nerve. Oh, yeah. Call her. See if she answers. You'll get the button. Then you'll have to call me. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing Wendy from Dr. Phil.
Similar to plow. It's like
saying, did you finger her?
I mean, I know that's crude,
It's
but
so crude.
it's so
He had to be the one to say it. He just had to.
up. I hope it.
Listen, and this is not the first time that for whatever reason, these two have taken the topic of conversation to not just sex, but adolescence and sex. I have a clip of Sean talking about like teen sex and teen pregnancy and teenagers taking pregnancy tests and like it's really fucking weird.
I want it to be a good story.
Another
I
point.
really adults don't use that term.
They don't
No,
use
they
that
don't
term.
use
It's
that
used by
term.
an adolescent male who can't get any. That's who it's used by. I mean, come on.
There's another term. My girls know this too. Are the ones on here that Sean and I always joke around. There's another term that
So Sean and I always joke around, and she's talking about using the term fingering, getting fingered. So she's telling us that she and Sean joke around about that, which is fucking weird. But she's also telling us that her girls in her circle on the internet know this. It's all so fucking weird.
we joke around. That's a very junior high type of a term that's similar to plow. It's like
saying, did you finger her?
I mean,
Yeah.
I know that's crude,
It's
but
so crude,
it's so,
you know?
like, and when you think about back in the day, you like might have used that term. Like, well, what did you?
Yeah.
Well, I let him.
I
Oh my god!
What?
I know, but I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, so Sean will say it to make me laugh.
And I went to high school in the 80s, and Mandi went to high school in the 90s, and she's like,
It's like, well,
No.
how far did you get? Did you finger her?
did you? Did you plow her? Did you plow her? I
So anyway,
plowed her. He said, you didn't plow her. You never plowed anybody.
And as far as
Boy, they're really bothered by that, aren't they? They're really bothered. They're so bothered by the idea that Sean would be unfaithful in his marriage. You know, he is on his third marriage and he was definitely fucking around on his first two wives, right, Mandi? That really bothers them.
the job with the post office, he had to resign. Nobody can get fired from the
I mean,
post office. We have the form, but I
there-
was like, I
There
don't
are,
fucking
I'll
think
tell
we
you a
need
quick
to.
story without names. So, I do have an ex-coworker
I
that
love you, Hall.
was in and out of rehab, and he was trying to get the help that he needed to get. But he came back to work one day.
Always telling other people's fucking business because they have no business of their own.
And he got behind the wheel of the mail truck and he got in an accident. He hit another truck, got in an altercation with the other truck driver. This was not a postal truck. Came back at the end of the day, told us, hey, I got in an altercation. Didn't tell us he got in an accident.
Okay, look. We're going to have to stop it right there. I'm going to write down the timestamp though, because I really want to go. I know I always say we'll come back to this and then I don't. We're coming back to this. Okay. I promise you. But I got to get going. It's been going on too long. We got shit to do this evening. However, hold on one second. I want to leave you with something like a parting gift, but I have to, I guess, convert it. Hold on. All right, there we go. Ooh, Lord. I want to show you this. Look at that picture. That's Jack with his favorite toy, his chicken. And he walks around with that chicken hanging out of his mouth at all times. He absolutely loves that chicken. So anyway, 3 hours. Holy shit. Time flies when you're having fun, huh, guys? So sorry about that. All right, listen. Oh God, I don't think I'm going to be live tomorrow. I missed work earlier in the week. I was out of town and I've got to make up for it. Tomorrow's Thursday. So I probably will not be live tomorrow, but Friday, hopefully, stick a pin in it. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. And we'll come back to the 28-minute and 44-second mark, even though Mandi took her stream down. Haha, sucker. Don't ever bother. Don't ever give yourself away like that again, Mandith, because I will always, and I mean always, have it downloaded. Okay, bye.